Yeah. All right, members only edition right here. Midday. It's your man Nash breaking beats. Let's get it. I'm gonna let this room populate, and we're gonna talk all about this one right here. Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, as I stated earlier, went on first take, and this was a pretty good first take episode right here. I wish it was a longer segment, man, and I wish Stephen A had better questions. I want them to go on Max on boxing and talk to Max, but I'm gonna let y'all give y'all time to come into the room, pull on up. Let me blast this link out. I'm gonna play some music in the background, let everybody know we here. And yeah, this should be a good one. It should be a good one. Let me make sure I click share over here. Share. How y'all feel though, man? How y'all feel? How y'all feeling? Hope y'all having a good day. Wherever you at, this side of the earth. Hope y'all enjoyed last night's episode as well, too. It was a good one, man. I really enjoyed that. So let me share this on the community post because some people don't get the alerts, and that's cool too. So let me make sure I do this. Share. Create posts. All right, we live now. All right, bear with me. Yep, your videos. Boom, members only. Boom. All right, so I got the post up right there. Just give me a second. When y'all get here, let me know in the chat y'all here, and then I'll proceed. We'll proceed to give you what you need. Let me play some music real quick while I'm waiting for y'all to get in here. Let me see what we got over here. What we got? Play some songs real quick. Might have a couple beats real quick. Just wait for y'all to get in here. Let's see what's going on. Y'all let me know when y'all get in here. There we go. KP is here. All right, cool. Just trying to let the room populate a little bit. We're gonna go into this episode. All right, Champion Heart is here. Cool. All right. Did y'all see first take? Oh, it was a good one, right? Which was a longer episode. Also, June 2nd, the Book of War drops on Showtime. I don't know if y'all have Showtime, but I can do a members only, and we can actually watch the whole thing over there. It won't be screened, but I'll share the screen, you know how we do with the fight parties, and we can watch it like that. All right, let's get into it. I'm gonna just go and get into it. Give it a couple more minutes, let people pull on up, because like I said, everybody don't get the notifications. Play this shit right. All right. Just waiting for the room to populate a little bit. I appreciate y'all patience, man. Some of y'all got here early. Give another 30 seconds, man. We're just going to jump right into it. All right, Stephen Brimley's here. He said, I should be asleep, but this fight got me excited. All right, so did y'all see first take? Give it another 30 seconds. Like I said, give everybody time to pull up, because I'm going to play the whole thing. It's short, too. It's like 7-8 minutes, but y'all know how I do. I'm going to do a reaction to it. We're going to be breaking it down. But I put the link for it in the community post. I wanted y'all to really see their facial expressions, because I ain't going to really be able to play their video like that. Okay, cool. My man said, yes, I have seen it. What'd you think of it? Bear with me, y'all. All right. Let me see. All right, let's jump into this shit. All right, let's pause it. All right, y'all. What's good? What's good? What's good? Let's jump right into it. Let's jump right into it. Jump right into it.
This that squad sound.
Yeah. What up, though? What's popping? What's happening? What's going on? You back in the lab with your favorite neighbor, your man Martin Nash. Breaking Beats, where we break down business, entertainment, art, technology, sports, anything else you and I feel like talking about. All right, KP, I was listening to that playback too. Y'all was killing that shit last night. I had to fade the black on y'all. I had one run I had to do this afternoon, and y'all know I couldn't wait to get back home to chop it up with y'all about this first take shit. Somebody said, you see that? Oh, bro, I'm about to play that shit. Yeah, hell yeah. Where he called Boots, said Boots was capping. Brandon Washington in the building. What up, family?
What up, though?
What's popping, man? You see first take?
You already know. Caught me on an off day too. Life is good.
Hey, look, what you think of this daytime members only pop up, huh? Exclusive.
Come on, man. This was so live. I couldn't wait. I was hoping to God. I ain't want to text you like a groupie, but I said, I hope Mark go live. We on the same page, Mark. We finna cover this shit 24 hours a day.
Bro, I ain't missing a beat. And if somebody sees something I don't see, y'all send it to me. And I'm gonna be right here on it.
Man, I'm so hyped. One thing I say, Bud looked like he relaxed. He looked like I got this, but I'm gonna tell you, EJ straight business. And you heard what he said. When I get in the ring, everybody know I'm stepping.
Big stepper. Let's go.
Man, listen, let's go, bro. I'm hyped. Man, let's go.
Son, hey, look, I'm about to make this. I made this counter today. I'm gonna embed it on my website. Like, it's counting down the days. It's 63 days, 11 hours, and 20 minutes, bro. Some shit like that. I got a counter for this shit. Let's go. This is what we waited for, man. A lot of us, our relationships either were built or were broken because of this fight. All over this space. I think this is important, bro. And I want to commend you, man, for your poise and your restraint yesterday, too.
Oh, yeah, man. What it is
what already known got to be said. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to be real, Mark. Them false starts that we had helped us get all of this out. I'm gonna be real. So It was good that they pump faked us because a lot of the vitriol is gone. We done dissected that. We done got mad at each other. We done said the worst thing you could say. Now the fight is actually here. Like, because we had so many false starts and so many dates and so long of prolonging it out. So the antics already got to play out. So we done already got it out. You know what I mean? You can't say nothing that'll shock me, and I ain't trying to say nothing that'll shock you. We done with that. Now it's just talking about our favorite fighters and waiting
that's
on
what I
this
want to
press.
keep it on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to keep it on the fighters, not us. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was trying to.
So it was a blessing. We got upset. Oh man, they pump faked us. We needed that because for all the YouTubers keeping it real in the boxing community on YouTube, it was a lot of vitriol going around. You know what I mean? Now I don't hear it that way. I hear everybody they in whoever camp they in, and then they talking about the fight. So that was a good thing, and we got it all out, bro. So it ain't no reason to beef. Shit, I know where you at. You know where I'm at. Ain't no unhidden underlying things. We just talking about our boxes.
Yep. All right, shoot. Let's get into it. Also, I got that Gilly the Kid clip too when they call Boots and Crawford have that confrontation about him ducking or lack thereof. So we're gonna play that too. But let's break down this ESPN joint real quick, man. And I'm definitely gonna play that Boots clips after this too. Okay,
let's go.
All right, so you know how we do it. I'm gonna stop, go, and we're gonna react to what their responses are. Let's go.
Errol Spence Jr. It's a pick.
He didn't even give Terrence his credit right there, but okay.
Because he don't know nothing.
He'd probably.
Stephen A. don't know, bro. Stephen A. don't know
Crawford.
shit.
The fight of the year, maybe the fight of the decade, if not longer. We shall see. We shall see. Errol Spence Jr., Terrence Crawford. Appreciate both.
He didn't even tell people it's for undisputed.
Stephen A. Smith is a true casual, bro. He is like if you want to know what a casual thinks stuff, listen to Stephen A. Smith. There you go. You don't know.
And Skip, him and Skip, and Shannon too. Shannon casual as fuck too.
Yeah,
he better. He's least better than Stephen and Skip though.
Yeah, because he knows the fighters.
Shannon just signed a new contract. That's a corporate brother right there. You can believe that.
I ain't mad at that. Nothing wrong with having a good job.
The thing.
I don't want y'all to get mad at me if somebody on Barstool Sports offer me a deal.
As long as you don't lose your integrity. When you start getting up there cooning, then it's gonna be a problem.
So where did he coon at, in your opinion?
Because I'm gonna call you a coon. I'm gonna call you a coon.
What's the coon though?
Where did he do something that's cooning? Because obviously this is coming from a particular place for a reason.
Here's the thing. When you watch commentary, I'll say it like this. I watch him degrade and give strong opinions on black men about what they do in their behavior. And I watched the white man disrespect him on this show, and I watched him cry and plead and run and hide and act as though this white man had power over him, and this white man disrespected him personally and his career. And I heard none of this bullshit in the vitriol that I heard when he talked about black.
Boy, you reaching.
I'm just telling you what you asked me a question, biased fan. I answered.
And you answered it, and then I'm telling you, you reaching. I mean, I answered the question for your answer, but once I listen to your answer, I hear the reach. I hear the doubt sim in it. What he's supposed to do? Fans all know the thing. It's a business relationship. People like what happened. He addressed it, spoke his piece, and we supposed to hold each other accountable to be better men, to do better things. So does that make you a coon because I don't accept you doing fugazi shit, and I hold you accountable? We supposed to hold each other more accountable than the white man with the quotation marks. So if that's what it makes me a coon, then call me a coon. I wouldn't give a fuck if I was him.
So can I ask you another question? When you in business with big corporation, right? And you are the resident black man on the panel, right? And you supposed to speak to black issues, correct? That's what they got you there for, and that's what you speak to. Now, but when your lifestyle don't line up to it, that's why I got an issue with it.
That's not the only reason why he's on that panel, to be a resident black person speak on black issues. I'm going to keep it a bean. It's not 1960. Listen, we got real issues to deal with, but it's not 1960. Our people, the generation before them, put the fight up that we didn't have, and we taking the shit that we have for granted. Half of us bitching and not doing nothing about it, and actually hold each other accountable to step up to the plate and do the things that our generations even fucking couldn't do.
What do you mean? Elaborate.
What I mean by that is if the generations like my grandmother's generation and all them was in our shoes right now, having what we have right now, half of the bullshit and bitching and shit that we do wouldn't even exist because they didn't have the same opportunities that we had. They made those sacrifices. In some ways, we bullshit it off and we make excuses for each other and don't hold each other accountable because we've allowed shit to be distorted for us, and we don't hold each other accountable to be the best human beings, the best black men, the best black women, the best families, because we allow bullshit. And then we get on people who say that holds us accountable to moving the right direction, and then we'll call somebody a coon. But then we want to salute street culture and no snitching, and calling people a snitch that never lived a street life. It's hypocritical. And how the fuck we gonna grow and advance if we gonna have a backwards mentality? When we gonna hold on to those type of things when our generation didn't have those values? And if they had what we had, they would take full advantage of it. They fought for what we had.
Well, I would say this: we have a whole bunch of nothing. I don't know what we have collectively as black people. I don't see
opportunity to grab.
I'll let you talk. When you talk about all of this stuff that we have all these opportunities, I don't see any of it. What I see is us integrated into society, and we still at the bottom like we were in 1960, and we still at the bottom right now. So all this illusions of grandeur that we have these things, and it's so great and grand. I mean, I just could have sworn the country erupted just a few months back with George Floyd. So all of this stuff that you have and non-accountability and all of this stuff, man, it's the same thing perpetuated. It's just a different time and with a different lens, but it's the same shit. So I don't know what you're saying. I think we still in the same conditions, and the author of it is the people that we should be more focused on. That's what I think.
I hear you, but I think it's a slap in our I ain't gonna say ancestors. I'm gonna say our previous generation's face to say it's the same conditions they were before. It's not. Listen, there's nothing perfect. There's realistic issues. There's real things to deal with. There's certain things that still go on, but to say it's the exact same conditions is ridiculous, and it's a slap in the face.
Exact same. See, when you did that, you just made a false. I didn't say exact. When you put exact there.
You said it's the same conditions. Okay, I take the word exact. Okay, so I take the word exact.
What I mean by conditions, I can expound on the conditions. When meaning when you said we have more, what do you mean have more as far as privilege? Do you mean for as economically? Do you mean more for as we own more? What do you mean by have more? More of what? Because I said we have more of nothing. And so what do you mean by more? We
actually have more of everything. Is it enough? We have more of everything. Is it enough? Is it enough in certain respects? No, but we have more of everything.
Okay, give me 1 second. Just listen. What I'm
saying.
So
is our health better now than it was then? Is our ability to buy what we want better now than it was then?
Tangible.
They're forcing us to take vaccines that kill us.
1960.
They won't do that.
We have more of now tangible that we can go touch that black people collectively have than we have more than 1960. Tell me, what more do we have? Tell me exactly.
What more do we have that we can touch tangibly than we had in 1960?
Oh, you said black people, we have more. More what? Tell me.
We have more opportunity to take things that we couldn't be able to take before without having the ultimate pushback and it be accepted by the masses, even though there is still situation, circumstance. We have the ability to for certain home ownership. We have opportunities to take things, even though there are still obstacles. They are nowhere near the level they were of the generation before. In some cases, they were almost insurmountable before. They are not insurmountable now. And again, if we took our previous generations and the resolve and the fortitude that they had and placed them in and living in our current time now, they would put us all to shame because of the dignity and the strength and the resolve that they had that we lack today.
Okay, now when you talk about the strength and resolve, where did the strength and resolve come from? From their unity, because they were together. The world was segregated. I told you the reason why black people are in this position is because we have integrated and we have assimilated into society. So you're not looking at the same caliber of black people because they're not faced with the exact same thing. You wanted to say exact. I'm not saying exact, but the conditions are still there. They just different because you're looking at black people from assimilation and integration versus segregation. You can't look at them the same.
Solid point, because it definitely was a different time when it was a segregated time. So I give that.
Cool. We can move on though. Sorry, Mark and KP. And not sorry, Sir Senior, because I dust you in debates all the time.
Yeah, I was driving.
Nah, you didn't dust me in nothing.
The assimilation and integration part is the major part that changed everything. Because if you really step back and you look at it now, let's say whatever we build right here, each and every one of us as a black man right now, the way that the society is going for our kids is more likely than not that they will be even more integrated than we were. Because if you think about it, in my age group, I'm almost 40. In my age group, those kids and us were able to go to schools where we could be in school and be more comfortable than our parents were, right? So by you being more comfortable, it's just like watching your children not take advantage of opportunities today. It's no different. It's the same thing. The more you have the assimilation and integration, the less you have of the older culture that you had previously. So you lose all of that. So people also lose the dynamic that they had to even push further and further into something else. That's why you see now, like now, it was nothing for Deion to leave the HBCU to go to Colorado, right? You see what I'm saying? So like he went back, he built it up, but they didn't have the funding that they had in the 40s and 50s when they had all those players going through there. It's never going back to that. That's never happening again. The government did what they did because they knew what their plan was. The problem is black people didn't listen to the plans of other black people, and they decided to make the integration move. And once they made the integration move, they got what they got. It is what it is.
Speaking of the government's plan, what are y'all going to do by the time this fight happens and Fed now taking effect?
What?
Say it again. I didn't hear you that good, sir.
I said, speaking of the government's plan, by the time this fight happens, Fed now will be in effect. What are y'all going to do then when the government gets to control what you buy and sell?
I don't know what that is. Can you explain to us, dummies?
I heard a little bit about it, Cook, sir. And as far as it's taking over for where Cash App was, that's what I heard.
It's actually taking over more than that. All of your major banks, all of your major companies is already agreed to go with Fed now. And what they do is they say they're going to do the processing a lot quicker, but they also have the sole right to approve or deny your purchases. If they think you bought too much of something or they don't want you to have it, period, they can deny that. And that's run by the government. It's called Fed Now. By the time this fight happens, Fed Now will be in effect.
Oh, they do that now. It's called child support.
No, I don't got child support though. So how that work for me?
Hey, be blessed right now and knock on wood.
I'm gonna knock on her head. Shit, we ain't going nowhere.
Hey, me either, Brandon Washington. I ain't fucking with that child support.
I ain't gonna start nobody. I'm gonna knock on mom and daddy though. I'm gonna go tell. I'm like Greg. Nah, but
that child support nasty, bro. That child support.
That's crazy. What Shercine was talking about, like that's crazy.
Child support can block you if you owe $1,000 in back child support.
I know all about what child support can do. I'm talking about this though.
So it's the same. It's in the same vein. It's in the same mechanism. You could.
No, it's not. It's way stronger because it controls even your Cash App. It controls all of those apps that are money apps and goes to your bank.
Yeah, because they killed the Cash App dude got iced about a month ago. So
yes,
it came out right before they killed him.
6 people.
Before he got killed, that Fed Now thing came out.
He didn't own Cash App anymore, and he wasn't even on the board anymore. Cash App been sold for 9 years ago.
So it was sold, but he was the creator, though. Is that what it was?
He was the creator, but it's like me creating the business, then I sell it, then I stay on the board for a couple of years, and then I leave. I'm no longer involved.
He is involved. He was owner. He still
he is not the owner. He created it. He sold it. He was on the board for a couple of years, and then he left. He was no longer part of Cash App. He cashed out.
If I bring you into the company and then I show you the ropes and then I leave, but I still got shares, aren't you gonna listen to me?
No.
He's not on the board anymore. He's gone. Before he was dead,
he's dead. Of course, he's gone.
Yeah, but before he died, again, I've had businesses before. I've had two in my lifetime. If I have a business and if I sell my company, but then I stay on for a while and I continue to get paid, but then I cash out of that and then I move on, I'm no longer a part of that company. I'm just the creator. That means I'm formally known as. I'm the person you'll know that brought it to prominence, but I'm no longer involved. I've cashed out. I sold it. I stayed along on the board for a little bit, but then after that, I moved on and decided to do something else. So yes, he was the creator of Cash App, but he was no longer involved with Cash App at that point. He hasn't been involved in Cash App with 3 years.
Yeah, we talked about that the night he died. Let me say this, man. From all the things I'm looking at on Google, says Fed Now is not replacing Cash App, PayPal, or Zelle.
It doesn't replace it. That's what I'm telling you. It controls it.
Okay, I don't see that neither. Whereas it said it's built to work alongside it in the if you want it in the private sector, but it's not required or mandatory. It's not. I don't see that.
I'll do more research because I'm not doing the CO conspiracy.
Yeah, I don't see that. I don't see that nowhere. Send me that, man. We could do an episode about that on the conspiracy theory episode. I don't mind those. We do that, but I don't see that right here. Everywhere I'm looking to is no requirement for you to join. And also, so you can also look up and see if your bank signed up with it. You can just leave that bank, take your money somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But let me play this clip right here for us. Boots Ennis and Gilly the Kid kind of went calling all we got here because of Shannon Sharp, ladies and gentlemen. He did it again.
Talking to your dreams, man.
All right, so this is Bud talking to Boots, I believe. Yeah.
You dreaming, man. You talking to your dreams, man.
Fight. Yeah, we asked for that fight plenty of times, yo. Plenty of times.
When?
Plenty of times.
What's plenty? When?
Man,
you fronting. You fronting now. Don't front for Gilly now.
No front.
All
right. Keep it a being though. We know we asked that fight plenty of times.
When? That's what I'm saying. When? You keep saying keep it a buck. I'm saying when.
Plenty of
now
times.
You saying one thing and your dad saying another. So when?
What you mean?
You saying one thing and your dad saying another thing. So what is what?
We asked for that fight. I've been asking for that fight since 2018. What are you talking about? Since I was a baby.
You been asking to fight me since 2018.
All the top guys. Man.
Cut it. You believe that? You a fool. You believe that? You a fool. He's drunk. He's sleepy. Go to sleep.
Go ahead.
You dreaming, man. You talking in your dreams.
Y'all want to react to that?
Man, he sound like he capping. I don't know why he acting like that. 2018.
He called him capping. Boots capping.
Yeah, he capping, bro.
I call it shaky boots. Shaky.
If he was asking for that fight 5 years ago, the kid was probably only 21, right? Or 20.
And if he was he would have stayed where he was at, but he became mandatory.
Like for all of y'all. As soon as he said for all of y'all, because Bud would ask him to be specific.
I heard it too. Yep. I heard it, Brandon.
Like be specific. What you mean? Like contract? Like what you mean asking? Like what are you talking about? And soon he man, you know, Man, come on, man. They wasted their time calling Boots. Boots gonna embarrass Philly again. He gonna let y'all down.
He finna get Meek Milled up out here, man, like his Drake back to back.
That's what he told him. You dreaming, dreams and nightmares. That's their intro. That's what Bud was telling him, man. You dreaming. He's sleepy. Go back to sleep.
That's why I think. I mean, listen. I know Spence is a dog, man, but Buzz is savage, man, bro. I was 50-50 on this fight until that 10th round with Porter. When I saw that, when he said he's up, what? And he just went out there and did what he did. At that point, I said, man, Terrence.
That fight was a draw, though. It was a draw up until then, I believe.
Yeah, it was
Porter was up one round, right?
Porter fought him completely different than Spence because he knew he couldn't put pressure and run up on him like that. But I thought Porter was doing a pretty damn good job. But as the fight got later, Bud was starting to catch him a little bit more, and Bud probably got barely a slight lead. I think it was 5-4. I think that's how I had it scored. It was damn close. And when they told him, "Hey, he up," he went and just turned on a different switch, man. And when I saw that, I said, "Oh man, this dude actually might beat Crawford, might beat Spence, bro."
He's gonna be down 3 rounds. He's gonna be down 3 rounds by the 4th round.
That's cool. I hear you. We'll see, though. That's why we get a chance to find out, baby. That's the most beautifulest thing in this world, like Keith Murray, that we get to find out.
Man, it's gonna be beautiful, man. What I see happen is the massacre. I just see an old school massacre fight, and I don't think Bud Frame nor Chin can hold up to it. I just don't.
Bud is a wrestler, bro. Bud is actually very underrated strong. And so what you see, I don't know, man. I can let you hold my glasses, man, but you ain't seeing the same thing I'm seeing, bro. You know?
Bud gonna piss blood after this fight.
Oh, talk that shit. Yeah, listen. I mean, he might, because, but Spence can throw some mean nut punches. He hit Porter with about 8 or 9 of them.
All of that, body, everything.
No, I ain't say body. I said nut punches, bro.
We coming to break your eye socket. We coming to do it all.
He do great. He hit nut punches. He hit Porter with like 9 nut punches, bro.
Break your eye sockets, orbital bones.
Yeah, but the thing is, you gotta be a standing target to do that. See, Spencer's never fought somebody with the movement. He has never fought somebody with the movement that Terrence Crawford has. The lateral movement.
He ain't gonna move.
The front lead position.
Bud don't move like y'all think he do. Go back. I just watched the.
I'm not talking about moving. When I say move, I don't mean like running around in the ring and all that. I'm talking about like proper foot movement, lateral movement.
You talking about step around? Are you talking about a step around? But that step around shit, I'm telling you, this dog is about to get ran down.
That sounds cool.
You ever see somebody in the hood get their brand new little Rottweiler hit, and then they just start crying when they go grab that motherfucker? That's what y'all gonna be doing. They're gonna run out there and try to grab your Rottweiler off the ground.
That's exactly what I've been talking about. The delusions of grandeur up in this bitch, man.
Hey, we gotta talk that shit, bro. We gotta get this fight up, bro. Bro, this is behind the scenes. We got to talk that shit to bring the fight up. But let me tell you honestly what I think about it, though. I think it's a 7-5 fight, just like Loma and Dev was. 7-5 type of fight.
It don't be looking like that, like the other, like that. If it is, another gift is in it.
No, it's gonna be a 7-5 type fight. We're gonna get the fight again, bro. Unless your dog get ran down late.
Have you checked? I don't think your memory serves you well. Who has 10 straight KOs?
Who the fuck he knocked out?
Knocked out American. Oh my God, he knocked out American.
Porter. I'm tired of hearing this. Who he knocked out? Like Bud don't got one funky ass Danny Garcia fight for having almost identical resume to Errol Spence. Y'all so disingenuous. Like Errol Spence has been fighting all these great grand champions and shit. He ain't fought hardly no
grand champion. Errol Spence is the grand champion. Pitbull. That Pitbull gonna lock on that little cooler you got.
Champion too, but y'all be like, well, you be like, Bud ain't fought nobody. I'm like, thinking like, so who the fuck did Spence fight? Because Danny Garcia ain't numbered the ultimate king up at 157.
After champion. That's what
out of here, Fighting 3 champions, winning 3 belts against Brook that came off of eye socket when it fought probably too soon. Even though I give Spence credit for that fight, hands down. But the fact is, he had his eye busted. He came back down in weight 9 months later and lost the fight. And Spence went tooth and nail until the end of that, until he was able to get the end of the get control at the very end of that fight. Then we talk about Porter. That was a dog fight. Without the knockdown, that might have been a damn draw. And then we got Ugas, the stationary target, the guy that has no punching power, but he's a pretty good boxer.
Wait a minute, stop. Wait a minute. The guy that just beat Pacquiao.
Pacquiao was 84 years old. Stop.
Hold on. And then we talking about Sean Porter, who was the WBC champion. But
right now,
credit for who just beat Pacquiao, but you won't give Bud credit for beating the guy who just beat Pacquiao earlier.
Yeah, but Pacquiao was 6 years. Pacquiao was 6 years, like 5-6 years younger. Come on, man. This is the disingenuous shit I be talking about. If it don't go for y'all way, y'all distract, throw it away. But then when it goes your way, you want to use that weak shit. Pacquiao was 6 years younger, bro. Come on, stop, bro. Man, Pacquiao was 43 years old, man. When he fought, what's his name? He was 36, man. Like when he was younger than that.
Saying I bagged Vivica Fox back when she was on Kill Bill, and you bagged her now. Like it's the same person.
No, it's not. Her face is not the same. She looked like a Muppet now.
Exactly. And Pacquiao
she got work done. That analogy really blows me. I can't believe you're using that analogy. It's funny as hell, but you're horrible.
Come on, man.
I got one more clip.
You act like he fought Porter like 7 years later. He fought Porter 2 years later.
He got another clip. Let him play the clip.
Yeah, let me fall back.
No, you good. It's all love. As I play this one, then you guys can react as well. I think this is continuation. This is another clip. Terrence Crawford again. This interview drops. The full interview drops on Sunday at 7:30. I hope it's 7:30 a.m., but I'm guessing it's gonna be 7:30 p.m.
You know damn well they're gonna milk it.
Yeah. So 7:30 p.m.
A lot of people talking about that interview.
And I'm all for it. Hey, look, I'm gonna be covering this shit live, man. I might stop everything. I'll watch it live. I'm gonna watch it live, and I'll probably be pausing it and rewind it and doing a live reaction when it drops. You know what I'm saying? How we doing now? Chopping it up, but doing a full breakdown. All right, so let's play this next clip right here. Again, this $1 million worth of game, Gilly the Kid and Wallow interview drops on Sunday, 7:30 on their YouTube channel.
Good night, sir. Continue with your Z's, because you know what I mean. You must have had a long night or something, because you've been asking to fight me.
No, because he trained 3 times today. That's all he did.
Yeah. All right.
That's all I do.
I support you, Boots. I support you, Boots.
Yeah. I support you.
I support you, man.
At the end of the day, you or Earl going to see him. That's it. Y'all going to see him. Y'all going to see Boots. And we can't wait. I can't wait.
Why you rubbing your stomach?
I'm gonna be right there what?
Hey, Boots, love you, Def.
They gotta see Boots. Y'all gotta see my fight. It's gonna happen.
Hey, I support Boots.
He food.
Good night, sir.
That nigga said, I see you at the top if you make it. That nigga start rubbing his tummy. Can we say this to Crawford? Like the real fans who support the guy been waiting to see like
I agree.
Him come out his shell. Like the guy that you see on the All Access 24/7s ain't the guy you usually see in the interviews and at the press conference. We know this guy is just.
We told Bud, get around your people, you'll open up. Get away from Top Rank, get around your people. That's what we always told him. Get around your people.
Here we go.
I know, right?
Well, the same people call him a coon and a slave.
I don't know nothing about none of that. I don't know nobody talking about Bud like that. I don't know nothing about that.
You don't do that, but the same people you say you're around is the ones that called him that.
He said he never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Should have heard of it.
That's a new one. I like that. But what you guys think?
That was good phrases, man. Candy coated ribs, all that shit. Yeah,
that was a hell of a callback. If you was there, it was there. That was a good one, man. What you guys think about Boots though? Talking about he was trying to call Crawford out in 2018. 2018, Crawford was just fighting Jeff Horn, winning the welterweight title, and right after that, he fought Jose Benavidez. Both of those guys got knocked out. Undefeated challenger, undefeated champion. I mean, undefeated champion and Horn, undefeated challenger. Jose Benavidez. Now, what was Jerron Boots Ennis doing? Let me do my Googles now.
Boots is a goddamn. I'm gonna tell you what Boots
what was
is.
He? Hold up. Who was he fighting though in 2018?
Mark, Boots is a goddamn. He's a goddamn gym rat. He look good in the gym and kick ass in the gym, and you turn them goddamn lights up bright, and then you see what happens.
Okay, in 2018, Boots was fighting Samuel Amako, which was 23-17.
You said Sam Cook? He fought fight Sam Cook.
Sam,
bro,
I don't even know.
Oh, yes, it is.
Bro, I've been watching boxing 30 years, bro. I don't even know this dude right here.
You said Sam Cook, and you said it was Change Don't Come?
I didn't say no damn Sam Cook. His name's Sam Amoko, right here. 23-17. So he's fighting 8-rounders, though. Look at this. Bro, you fighting 8-rounders around that time. This dude is winning his 6th world title. You was not trying to fight Terrence Crawford back then. Nobody was. And look, and according to what we was talking about, when he was talking about, we was trying to make that fight. We thought he was going to say last summer, 6 months ago. He said 2018. He said 2018. He said, yeah, all the top guys, as in, I said I wanted all the top guys. So no, you ain't been trying to fight Terrence Crawford, bro.
And if he was trying to fight Terrence Crawford, he would stay.
Oh man, y'all gotta see it. Y'all gotta see it, man. Wallow, if you don't get the fuck out of here, man, ain't nobody gotta see this.
We ain't waiting for, bro. Ain't nobody gotta wait for them, bro.
Nobody.
And they. How about this? How about this? Boots gotta see Ortiz. How about that?
Right.
That part.
I got Boots.
Well, Ortiz didn't want that fight.
Matter of fact, let him fight. Here's a fight he should have. Let him fight Blair, bro.
In 2018, I will give him
the fuck out of here, bro.
Let me say this real quick. Let me give him.
Don't disrespect Blair to Flair.
Say something, bro. 2018, he fought 5 times though. I give him that. But he wasn't fighting. He went from fighting 6-rounders to 8-rounders. Then the second half of the year, he started fighting 10-rounders, and he's fighting guys though who's 26-10 though. 23-17, 13-9 with 2 draws. Like,
sound like a prospect right there.
Sound like we're keeping you active and we building your record up.
Well, you growing. You trying to grow, but the thing is,
probably the best guy on his record right here, Armando Alvarez. Around that time, first time you fought somebody undefeated. And where that guy at now? Okay, 20, 12, and 2. Okay, but go ahead.
It says he's inactive. He quit.
Who? The dude?
Yeah, Armando Alvarez. What is his name?
My bad. Sorry about that. Nah, sometimes shit, they got Spence listed as inactive up there, so I don't think that always means anything.
That's true.
Big Hova said, meant for my last post to be a super chat. Well, we appreciate this one being a super chat, my brother. Thank you so much for supporting the show in a major way, and thanks for being part of the neighborhood, bro.
I got 5 on it.
All right. So we all calling cap on Boots, or anybody believe that Boots was. So can we end that? Because that was a whole narrative going around on YouTube.
That ended when he effectively took away his mandatory state, and they went to a different section of the body to petition. When he could have been Buzz mandatory.
Well, is it possible Al Heyman advised them not to do that and say
Al Heyman not as advised as Cameron Duncan is?
Okay, fair enough. My bad.
Facts. He got nothing to do with PBC.
Okay.
And the real thing is, I think he didn't even want to fight EJ either. I think he was just expecting EJ to drop the belts and move up, and he wanted to be first in line to pick up what he thought was a free belt.
And the underlying principle is Cameron Duncan Terrence Crawford well, because he used to be his manager, so he probably told him stay the fuck away from him.
That part.
If you know what's good for your jaw, stay away from him.
Yo, Status said I was
Focus
tired
on
last
your fight
night.
before you don't make it to your fight.
Hey, look, Yo, Status said he said I was tired last night. He said I had too many candy ribs. Yo, y'all niggas crazy, man. I'm excited, man. I think this kid is the confidence, man. It's like the confidence of somebody who knows, like, I can end this whole shit right now if you want to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's the confidence is like he knows something that nobody else knows.
Yes, bro. It's like, yeah, like I got a bomb strapped down on my chest right here. I can push the button and blow the whole plane up. God forbid. Lord, safe travels to everybody. But you get what I'm saying? It's just like,
damn, somebody said 2019 was never heard of.
You ever seen a male lion in the jungle? How he just strolls through a lot of times, just all calm. Like, ain't nobody about to fuck with me. Apex predator type shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Just a different. And he ain't just, bro. They put him on the spot, called old boy, and he's like, all right. When you try to fight? You said one thing, your dad said another. He was like, what you say? You said one thing, and your dad said, but it's like, you heard what I said. I said it again, exactly how I said it. Oh my God, this interview right here might break the net, bro.
Not even close.
Yeah, I don't know about breaking the net, but it's gonna.
I'm sorry,
people will enjoy it and people will talk about it, but I don't know about no breaking the net, man.
Let me slow down. This ain't Kanye West on Drink Champs, okay? I get that. This ain't Kanye West on
This ain't Kanye West on we can go take it further back. You ain't got the answer, Sway.
Yeah, Kanye always breaking the internet, man. It ain't Ralph though. All right. I think this shit gonna be epic though. I'm excited about it.
So I think Bud got to go to the Pivot podcast too. I love them guys.
Yeah, he'll go there because Earl already been there. So
yeah, he went there before. Yeah,
and I hope that I hope they could get some Joe Rogan in. I doubt it because they're gonna be in camp, but I love to see them hit Joe Rogan.
Why you go to Joe Rogan? I thought you said go to your people. Why you going to
Bud already been to Joe Rogan, but I like
strike down the middle. Talk to him.
Hold on, listen to me. Bud already been there, so that audience now. They should go places where they ain't already been. You know what I mean? Like swap it. That's what I think.
Go get that paper in front of the. Oh, y'all go ahead. I'll be right back.
I want to see him go to the Pivot. I want to see Bud go, different areas. I want to see Earl go into different areas. You know what I mean? I just want to see them do different media, different kind of things.
What about Mike Tyson? Think they should go on Mike Tyson?
I don't know, bro. I think Bud should.
No, hold up, man. You making Bud do all this, but the thing is, one of the things I will say is this: what I said about both of them promo game was doo-doo, both of them. And Bud did a whole lot more promo, so I want to see Errol do some more too, not just with your shorty in front of your crib site. I want him to move around a little bit, so don't put it all on Bud when Bud been moving.
No, I just think that Bud, people don't know Bud. So I think,
bro, stop acting like Errol Spence is some superstar over Bud to his eighth power. You're reaching for the stars. Stop the Dalsim shit.
Gadget arms outside of Texas.
Like I said, I mean, I ain't never seen Bud sell out 50,000 seat stadiums and
bro, he didn't do no 50,000.
Hold on, brother. Let me talk. I ain't never seen that. I ain't never seen Bud.
I ain't never seen Earl do 50,000 either.
I know you ain't. He did 52 at Cowboy Stadium against.
No, he didn't. Why you lying?
Oh, look it up. Look it up. And if it ain't there, it's somewhere close. Now,
bro, hold on, be washed. Hold on, be washed. Listen, bro. Hold on, bro. I was in attendance. It was 53,000, bro.
Thank you, brother.
53,000, bro.
Now, like I was saying, I ain't never seen Bud do that. So that's what makes me believe that he needs to do more. More people know Earl than they do.
Man,
that's why I say that. And Bud and Earl consistently shows it by his fan base supporting him over and over. He averaged damn near 40,000.
Hey, they both should go. They both should do an interview on Joe Rogan together because they're gonna reach the UFC audience to kind of pull that in. So they need to do it. They need to do it.
Thank you,
I just don't like just put it all on Bud like Errol Spence ain't got no work to do. If Errol Spence was from Omaha, he'd be in the same boat. But because
I think EJ needs to conserve his energy for the fight because he gonna have to put in a lot.
They ain't gotta do nothing but video interviews, Sir Senior. They can do them on video, bro.
I understand, but that video time he need to be running and
man, stop with all that.
Need to focus up.
I'm being serious, man.
You saw how good he was looking.
No, all jokes aside. Listen. No, all jokes aside.
He ain't ready like Bud ready though, buddy. Bud stay ready.
Though. EJ looks already the best he's looked in a while, and he needs to make sure he looks good the entire time. He needs to get a lot of footage of him working out, him sparring, things of that nature, not just random stuff where, okay, well, he just put up something and it make him look bad. We trying to sell this fight. EJ is about to be either one of the best people in history or Bud is. And either way, they're both going to raise their platform because they got a rematch clause. And there's two undefeated fighters going in. They need to look their best. EJ need to make sure that he's getting the best workouts he can and get the right angles. You can have a good fight and record it in the bad angle and you look like trash.
Sir. I think you're a little bit ahead of this. They still got to do the pressers. I think they should do Rogan, the Breakfast Club, even though I don't like the Breakfast Club. Rogan, the Breakfast Club. What else is big, y'all? Think of the big
Mike
radio
Tyson.
stations.
They need to do Mike Tyson.
Yeah, hot boxing with Mike. Yeah, hot boxing with Mike. Yeah, they need to do that. Yeah.
No, for me, I would say it's Pivot, Joe Rogan, and they need to do something like a broadcast for overseas. That's it for me when it comes to that. And I heard, and just so you know, this is what I've heard so far. The first press is supposed to be Wednesday next week. They're going to announce it. I think it's going to be Wednesday. It's the first press.
Where?
That's not confirmed, but I did ask Steven Espinosa a question, right? And I said, hey, you guys gonna follow the blueprint that worked last time, with Tank and Ryan? Y'all gonna just do the two city in New York and LA? He liked it. So I don't know if that means they're gonna do New York and LA and that's it. But I'm leaning that that's what they're gonna do because the first one worked. I'm thinking that's what they're gonna do.
That makes sense because Bud was East Coast with Top Rank for a while, fighting on the East Coast, and Earl did fight at Staples. So yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, because I remember we talked about him. They may be going to Dallas and Omaha, but I think that's wasted money to some degree because the money it's not going to increase any monetary value for the fight going to Dallas and Omaha.
There's definitely nothing in Omaha.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, and bro, it's nothing in Omaha. I live 4 hours away from it. I don't even go.
Yeah, it is a smaller city. I ain't gonna front. Let me just keep it real. Dallas is like the 6.
I drive to Dallas before I drive to Omaha, and I've been to Dallas more times than I have been to Omaha.
I've been to Dallas so many times I can't count. I'm born in Little Rock, Arkansas, so I that drive I've taken them numerous times.
Yeah, hey, bro, I've been Kansas City, so straight to Dallas instead of Omaha. Like, yeah, I do that all day.
Yeah, true story. And it's a longer trip to Dallas than it is to Omaha from Kansas City.
Yeah, it's 8 hours. It's double the hours. It's double the time. I take the.
See, I remember when I used to live in Oklahoma. That's why I used to love when if I was traveling, like if I took a flight, I could take a flight to Dallas and just get a rental car and drive 3 hours to Oklahoma because the speed was like 85, 90. So I just, that's how I used to do because my brother's incarcerated.
Yeah, right on. Take 49 right on up to Oklahoma.
Yep. Yeah, my brother's incarcerated in Oklahoma, so I've had moments where if the flight was too expensive, and I was like, well, what's the point of me paying the extra $20 for a flight? I can just fly to Dallas straight shot, get a rental car, just drive 3 hours.
Yep. Stay as long as you want. Yep.
Indeed. But listen, I really respect the fact that y'all confident. You confident in your man Spence. And again, I can tell you the way that Spence can win the fight because again, I think both guys
You
are
got to get
phenomenal.
inside. That's my way. You got to get inside.
See, it's not just that simple. Because the thing is, Bud fights well inside. It ain't just about getting inside. That could be it's got to be educated. It's got to be a certain way he gets inside. It ain't about just getting inside. He actually needs to be in the intermediate, going into the inside first. It has to start from the intermediate, then bring it to the inside. It ain't just getting to the inside.
I'm really, I'm really interested in seeing if Bud is going to do a switch or is he going to just stay southpaw. If he does the switch, then that changes some things because you already give him a different look from the right hand stance. So you got to paw with the jab first and take a jab away with the right hand stance. If he does that and he takes the jab away, honestly, early, if he takes that jab away, that changes the whole fight. If he doesn't take the jab away and he goes and he stays southpaw, then that changes the fight too. Because that gives Earl another chance to hit him with more than he would.
Well, I'm sure Spence is trying to prepare for either way, but this is what I would suspect. First 2 rounds, Bud might go orthodox, and then the rest of the fight he goes south. I think it's just to keep Spence, keep his jab off of him for a little bit, so he doesn't get comfortable. And because that's the one thing about Spence, he's like a locomotive. You let him build up steam, that's where he's dangerous. Because then he gets a rhythm, and then he can just start, releasing shots. Because his volume is one of the things. But one of the things I saw in the Ugas fight that was a little disturbing for me is that his jab effectiveness took a big hit. I saw a big drop in his effectiveness in placing the jab. That 6th round, it wasn't just about the mouthpiece coming out and why Ugas was able to land shots. Spence did not land a jab that round. He missed all his jabs. And one of the things he does that can get him in trouble with Crawford, that he's able to get away from these other fighters, is that he was lunging too much with his jab. He's losing He's losing his lead foot positioning, and he's dropping his offhand when he does it. He can't do that against Bud, because if he Bud gonna catch him.
You study, you watching right. So look, this is what I was seeing too. I was seeing his head stay on the line too much too. So I was like, he's leaving his head on the line, and if you keep your head on the line, you're gonna get hit. And if you get hit, you most likely get hit with just more than one shot. And also what I did see too,
you're right.
When I was studying, because I study them both, I watch all this shit. So I'm watching Crawford step out, but he's leaving his hands down as he steps out in a straight line sometimes. He did it against Calvin Velasquez, and he also did it against the African dude he knocked out with the body shot. Fuck is his name? At 140 for undisputed. Yeah. So he knocked dude out with the body shot, but he was stepping out with his hands down and his chin up. You know what I'm saying? So like you start to see the tendencies of them both and how they could capitalize on each other. And it only takes a split second for one of them to make it happen. So that's just kind of what I see. That's why I told you I see a 7-5 fight.
That's the only reason.
Either way.
Well, not the only reason, but that's the reason why I picked Bud, because I looked at with these two guys being the best, what happens when you can't do what you want to do up front. EJ is going in here planning to do what he normally does, and that's going to work good for a couple of rounds when Bud figure out that little space, and Bud figures out the timing, that little loop that you do with that extra little loop you do in your arm when you pulling back or right before you throw your biggest shot. Bud is willing to take that shot to throw his, because he's going to hit you with something you can't see. And that shot is going to put EJ down. He's going to be confused. The problem is, what does EJ do when he gets hit and he's confused? He got to prepare for that. Bud got to prepare for when EJ start working the body, and then EJ changes up on him and come up top and backs out and then hops back in.
So
that's how EJ beats him. What is Bud going to do then? If EJ do that early enough, it's going to be a tough night for Bud. If Bud do that quick enough, it's going to be a good night for EJ.
That's why I say I got EJ getting knocked
See, the
out.
thing is, though, but I think what you one thing I will say that you made some good points there, but this is where I disagree with you at. What I see from the eras from both fighters, you named a lot of them, and I think Spence's lack of head movement is going to cost him at some point. And then also, if his plan A doesn't work, what is his plan B? Spence has never been put in a position where he had to do plan B. Only thing with Porter is he just had to intensify his plan A, and it worked. Even though he intensified his plan A. And the thing is, he has variations in his boxing. I see some of the variations. It's just that I'm wondering, there's more to you. There's more there. You just haven't had to unlock it. But can you unlock it if you get into trouble with Terrence Crawford? Because Bud's going to be to see Spence's shots. But there's a possibility that Spence is not going to see one of Bud's. And it's the shot you can't see to hurt the most.
Hey, look, man, let me say something real quick. Bro, this guy going to get hurt, man. This guy, Errol Spence, is going to get hurt bad. He's already damaged goods. I'm putting it out there. He's damaged goods. 3 car wrecks, eye injury, the trouble making the weight. These fights like this is where all of that outside the ring stuff is going to catch up with you. One fight, one night, you ain't going to be able to dig there because it ain't going to be nothing there. You gave that up to the bottle a long time ago. This boy getting cooked, nigga. July 29th. I'm excited. Y'all going to see it. This boy ain't got nothing for this kid.
Are you saying that Errol Spence is the all-state man?
He looks scared to me beside Crawford in that Stephen H. shit. He looks scared. He looked like, what is Terrence gonna say? I hope you don't tell too much about. Yeah, man. He ain't.
I'm glad you talking your shit. This is what we need. But you gonna need a bigger boat than that bass boat you had last time, motherfucker.
Yo, but it looked like Bud got a real big fishing pole to catch a big fish, though.
You need a bigger pole.
I don't know, man.
You need a fucking harness. You need a harness for this one.
Man, come on, stop reaching so hard.
I disagree with you about that Porter fight. Porter came out, tried to box a little bit. And
we talking about against Bud?
And he had some good success. But what ended up happening was Sean Porter started fighting like Sean Porter always fight. Just started rushing in, leading with his head, wild shit, loopy shots, and he got caught a couple times. And not to mention all the dick shots, too. That did slow him down, all the low blows. But, yeah, Sean Porter just ended up fighting like Sean Porter. When he was fighting good early on, he was hitting Spence.
No, he was bulldogging him the whole fight, though. He was trying to bulldog him. He was trying to bully Spence. He was bulldogging. He made Spence uncomfortable. Spence had to fight off the back foot, which he doesn't do great.
Bro, he wasn't trying to bully at first. At first, he was boxing well. When he tried to do all that rushing in football shit, that's when he started getting his ass whooped.
I thought he was doing that from the second round on. I don't know what you saw, but I thought he started that in the second round.
Where he was
I thought that was part of what was working for him because he was mucking it up, and Spence had to keep resetting. He couldn't get comfortable.
Yep. Sean Porter was freezing him with feints, head movement, foot feints, and head.
And mucking it up, getting messy.
That ain't messy. That's good boxing.
No, he does good boxing, but he was tussling. He was running in there. You saying he was just doing good boxing? No, what he did against Bud the first 5 rounds was good boxing. He was cautious as hell. He was not that cautious against Spence. He was going in.
2.5 rounds in Spence. 2.5 rounds. And look, and he did it for like 4 or 5 rounds with Bud. He did it for like 2 or 3 rounds with Spence. But eventually, Sean Porter started using quote unquote the Porter way.
You know what's so crazy though? When Porter first came into boxing, he was truly a boxer. You know, he had the puncher in him, but he was not a bulldog when he first started. He changed his fight style because of his size.
Okay. Changed his fight style too, because he can't just box. He can't box with them boys. Sorry.
No, bro. No. You can't say that when this happened. I can't agree with that because when he changed his style, this was way before them boys was it was before them boys scenario.
What you mean?
If you go back, if you was able to be fortunate and go back and look at the first 5 to 6 fights of
I'm talking about the Kell Brook fight. When I saw it, his
he was already he already adapted to that style, the Bulldog style. I'm talking about if you look at his first, let's say maybe 10 fights, a little bit before his 10th fight, he fought differently. He was more of an outside jab, set you up boxer. He was like a traditional boxer. He changed his style and went Bulldog.
And what's your reason for that?
I remember he got beat by Julio Diaz. He had a draw with him or something. I think it was a draw. Yeah.
Yep. Because he tried to go back and adapt that style that he had stopped using, and it didn't work as well for him anymore because he became a Bulldog.
Why do you think he's changed his style as he moved up in rank?
Because he couldn't box with those other guys from the distance. He had to get inside, bro.
It's possible, but I think it's just because you got to remember when Sean Porter first started. Porter was a 160-pounder, bro, when he first came in the game. He beat Usyk, bro. So he's a much naturally bigger guy.
Yeah, and he was a high school running back too, bro. So you know he was big.
Actually,
the size don't win the fights, though, bro.
We know that, but that's not the point. I'm not making that point I'm not making that point to say size win the fights. I'm making that point because of his size, and because of his size, when you go down in that weight, because you're a naturally bigger person, you're going to use more aggressive techniques to utilize to win fights. He's a naturally bigger guy. So if I'm a naturally bigger guy, but I can shrink down to 147, when I go in that ring, once I get in that ring and I rehydrate, I'm bulldogging you.
Yeah, I think he's a Hall of Famer, because I do.
You think he's a Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
I don't think he is, but I think the reason why he potentially may get in just because what has lacked in boxing he did. But the truth of the matter is he's not, because every gigantic fight he lost. But he fought everybody. But because not everybody fights everybody, it makes him look that much more better. But the truth of the matter is, if we was to put him in the 80s, he would be literally wait, what's his name? Hold on, my brain just went blank. Roberto the Red versus he's a Rand Barkley, bro.
Barkley, maybe?
If I was to compare Porter to Rand Barkley, bro, then I'm not talking about similar in fights. I'm just talking about
you're saying where they at, in the thought process.
Trajectory, on which way they went, and what they was able to accomplish and do and all that. He's a Ron Barkley, and that's not Hall of Famer. But because the best don't fight the best all the time, and so much it happens lesser now, it made Porter look that much more glaring because it stood out and gave him a potential candidacy because he fought everybody.
Yo, Terrence Crawford beats Errol Spence. Is he going to be pound for pound number one?
He is now.
Yes.
He's borderline now. You can't drop him no lower than 3. For me, it's Usyk and Newey and Bud in top 3, and it's interchangeable. And then
whoever wins the fight is number 1.
Huh?
Whoever wins the fight is number 1.
Pretty much. But you guess what though? I want to give you another caveat though. There's the fight that happens 4 days before that, and I think whoever wins that, one person could potentially vouch for number 1, be number 2, and another person, if he wins, he goes probably almost automatically in the top 5, and that's Fulton and Inoue.
Yeah, I think Fulton goes into the top 5 if he wins that fight. I think Fulton does.
So people got Inoue so high, but if Fulton beat him, he's not automatically number 1. It's almost like
no. I said that Inoue has the case for it, but only Fulton could just move into the top 5. But if Inoue wins, he has an argument for number 1. Even though I probably would put him 2 or 3, especially with Crawford beating Spence, who was on the pound for pound list, and then the potential of a Usyk beating a Wilder or a Fury. Then those 2 guys end up with a little bit bigger victory. Even though all 3 of them, if they all 3 win, would be phenomenal victories for all 3 of them, in my opinion. I just know I better not see no more pound for pound list with Vasily Lomachenko on it though. Keep it a bean. Regardless if I thought he won, his record don't show that, and he wasn't pound for pound before that anymore, in my opinion.
Well, I want to see him. I want to see, since everybody want Loma to get these extra shots, go ahead and let him fight Shakur, and Shakur gonna put him in the dirt.
I mean, when you talking about extra shots, though, that's the thing that gets me.
Every time he loses, he turns around and gets to fight in a big fight. He gets to run straight back to the front of the line.
Bro, hold up. I know you're not complaining about we got Rolly fighting for titles at 140, bro. You stop it
immediately, bro. He had to fight 3 times, and it took him 3 years. It took him 3 years to get another shot. So
I know, like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Stop the madness, bro. We're complaining about Loma Rolly title fights at 140, and he never fought at 140.
He lost and then turned around and got the fight again.
No, he lost and he turned around and had to fight 3 fights to get a title shot again. He fought 3 fights before he got another title shot, bro. Come on, man. Stop. He beat Comey, he beat Nakatani, and then he beat Ortiz. And then he got another title shot.
I said when he first came in, they gave him another shot after he lost. His very next fight was for a title fight. Now he didn't have no belt. And now you want to give him another title fight again after he got a unanimous decision loss?
So I think you upset about Lomachenko right now because you figuring this the same guy that beat the dog shit out of Russell?
Man, Gary Russell,
it's so now. It's
Gary
so
had like 20 fights or something like that. 20-something fights. Didn't Gary have like 20-some fights when he fought Loma? Loma had 3.
And Loma beat his ass.
Like that, bro.
Like stole something.
I'm not saying Loma ain't good. I'm saying I never said Loma wasn't good.
But the thing
I like Loma and how he fights. I say that he get favoritism is the problem. That's what my issue is.
Because he beat Gary Russell in his 3rd fight or some shit, bro. Right. And like you said, he keeps getting favoritism. He didn't get no favoritism for this last fight. He had 3 fights and it took him 3 years. He didn't just get this fight. Now, I mean, there ain't no way around that one. Like, but that Gary Russell fight, that was some shit. His second.
Sure, you're funny, bro. Yo, I can't wait till the 30th. I want to see you. I want to see you. Matter of fact, who want to put $25 down, $50? So within the next 2 weeks, we can give it to Mark Nash so we can have it solidified. If anybody wants to do it.
A guy with 1 win, 1 loss fought a guy who was 24-0.
And beat his ass like he stole something.
So if he gets some special treatment every now and then, it might be deserved, dog. He might have earned it, bro.
He got ranked #1 pound for pound, and how many fights he got, man?
You're talking about the title shot opportunities, and then you're talking about his ranking. And
I keep telling you, it's not about his ability to fight. He's a good fighter. I never said he wasn't a good fighter. I've never ever in life said Loma wasn't a good fighter. I'm saying that he gets preferential treatment. That's my issue with him. And he
so are you more upset with Loma getting treatment or Rolly getting a title shot at 140? Which one bothers you more?
Come on now.
Which one bothers you more?
Because he getting it over and over. They both bother me. They both bother me.
I don't like any fighter. You from the panel right now. I strike you. I condemn you right now for saying that. You're condemned. You have a bigger problem with Loma than Rolly, who never fought at 140, getting a title, getting a gift decision. I mean, a gift robbery. Man,
hold up, y'all. What I miss? What you ask him? I walked away.
I said, which one you have a bigger problem with? Loma getting preferential treatment or Rolly? And he said, Loma, bro, I'm done. I'm done. Put a fork in me. The oven just went off.
That's like you asking me which is worse, one thief or a guy who's had
Loma's not a thief. Loma actually has earned it and proved something. Rolly ain't did shit but get knocked out by Tank at 135 and he got a title shot at 140 and then they robbed the dude and stopped the fight while Rolly was losing. And you have a bigger problem with Loma? Come on, my dude. Yo, cocaine's a hell of a drug.
That was an egregious situation. But Loma keep getting put to the top. Even when he loses, That's a more egregious. It's multiple counts.
How's it keep
Look
getting?
at it how the law looks at it. If I go and rob someone and I do something crazy when I'm robbing them, that's one count. That's one time me doing something crazy. Then, or versus somebody who's been doing it for the last few years.
So you only got one scenario that you can use against Loma, and that's him getting a title shot in his third fight. You have no other scenario that you can use yet because Loma has not got another fight.
He got pushed to the pound for pound.
We're not talking about pound for pound. Your point is not about pound for pound. Your point is about the fight that he got. You're moving the goalpost right now. The field goal is no good.
How am I moving the goalpost? I literally said
you changing it to pound for pound. Talking about he was getting favoritism.
Preferential treatment. They say he's the best.
We don't care. We're not talking pound for pound.
That's preferential treatment. All he does is pin your arm and move to the side.
Bro, the man had to fight 3 fights to get another title shot against 3 solid opponents, bro.
That's normal.
Yeah, but you like it's but you know what? But you know what's not? Guess what's not normal? You get knocked out at 135 and you move up to 140 in your first fight. You get a title shot. That's not normal. Thank you.
He should be moved over Shakur.
What?
Loma should be moved over Shakur. He just lost
one fight at 135. So I mean, I would put Shakur above it, but that's a debatable topic because Shakur only got one fight at 135.
They moved him down for Loma. After Loma lost, Loma didn't beat nobody. He lost.
I'm sorry, but Loma didn't lose.
What?
All right, let me in. Hold on. Stop. Let me in.
He lost a
let me in, unbiased.
Decision.
Sir.
No, that's not a loss. You
sir,
sound like Loma.
Let me in, sir.
I don't feel like I really lost ever.
Sir, let me in. Look, man. Loma deserved a shot. Rolly need to be fighting on motherfucking Friday night fights, if at all. Rolly Romero, bro, you making an argument for Rolly Romero?
And that's the thing. I never made an argument for Rolly. That's the fool.
Well, he put it.
He want to hear. I said.
Yeah, he put it up for you to pick. He put it up for you to pick.
Yes, one person doing something crazy versus one person doing something crazy multiple times, multiple ways. Y'all get to say it was a robbery in a close fight. That's egregious.
I'm biased. Sir, chill. Look, I don't know how the hell Lomachenko is now number 1 over Shakur, but that's what Shakur get for politicking for Loma. He was putting his pom-poms on last week. But look, I've always thought this. I've always told Mark this. I said Shakur seems to me to be similar to Holyfield in mentality. And I always said Shakur was going to be the guy to beat them all at 35. I've always said that, and I always thought that. People may not believe it, but he's that guy at 35. I think he is. I just think he is. Out of those guys, out of Tank, out of Devin, all them, Teofimo, I think Shakur beats them all. I just think that.
Hey, look, and I want to say this too. When it comes to like Loma, man, the reason why he got some of those opportunities is because his promotional company knew his skill set. He was a 2-time gold medalist. He's already long in, he's going to be long in the tooth. I think he started pro at like 24, 25. So he started pro late, right? And then he said, I don't want to go through the prospect stage. Now, so they gave him, he got the title shot on his third fight, right? And beat a guy 24-0. And beat Gary Russell pretty good too. I didn't think that fight was gonna look like that. And I was wrong. But he's not I think that did that with Rigondeaux too. You know what I'm saying? Rigondeaux too, another 2-time gold medal. He was pretty fast track. I think he had an interim title at the 7th fight. And the matter of fact, according to this, the 8th fight, he got a title shot and won it. So in 8 fights, he got a title shot. So, I mean, like, and it had an interim belt in 7. And, some guys, they can skip the prospect phase. Some guys, they need that prospect stage, and you got to work on them, and you need to build them up and stuff like that. Some guys, like those two, they already older, too. And they've proven that they're super talented globally. So, yeah, you got to put those guys in there. I got to give Loma his flowers. Man, that boy good, man. He good. Is he the next Ali? Never heard of it. But is he good? Absolutely. Did he deserve these shots? Absolutely. So that's just my opinion, but you're entitled to yours as well.
You know what? Let's just make Rolly undisputed, so we can make it, try to make it even since it's not as bad.
We're gonna run this topic into the ground though, because this fight it just does that. This takes me back to 99, 2000, Oscar and Tito. It takes me back further than Mayweather and Pacquiao, because Mayweather and Pacquiao was older. They made us wait that long, and they was older than these guys. So these guys are pretty much closer to their prime than Mayweather and Pacquiao was. And remember, Pacquiao had got knocked stone cold out. So that was different, bro. So like, even though they gave us that fight, Pacquiao had already been knocked out right in front of our eyes by Marquez. But go ahead. Or it takes me back to De La Hoya Mosley, or Trinidad De La Hoya. That's where it takes me back to, really, like 20 years, bro. The Mayweather stuff, he wasn't undefeated versus another undefeated guy like this is.
Mayweather Corrales.
Yeah, but if you think about the Corrales fight, they was in the same division anyway. Bud done moved up. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Maybe Mosley, De La Hoya, similar to that. You know what I'm saying? Even though De La Hoya had got robbed by Trinidad right before then. So kind of like that.
Did you say De La Hoya got robbed versus Trinidad? Did you say De La Hoya got robbed versus Trinidad? Hello.
We here, man. Go ahead, bro.
You couldn't hear me? I said, did you say that De La Hoya was robbed versus Trinidad?
I said it takes me back to the De La Hoya Trinidad or the Mosley De La Hoya fight. That's what this welterweight fight takes me back to.
De La Hoya was robbed, though. I thought you said De La Hoya was robbed.
He was.
You know why he was robbed, right? He took off the 12th round. Loma took off the 12th round.
He took off more than that. And he took off 4 rounds before that.
But Loma take off the 12th round, but it ain't a robbery, though. Boy, I tell you.
Hey, wait, hold on. That ain't the same comparison. That was a closer fight. That was 6-5. That was a 7-5 fight, bro. Stop that, unbiased. Stop that.
Even if the call was wrong, even if all 3 was wrong, it's a close fight. That's not a robbery, man.
So it's not a robbery because you didn't see it happen, because you didn't see it.
What are you talking about? I watched the fight. What are you talking about?
No, I'm being silly. Like, if somebody called the police, I got robbed. But we didn't see it, That ain't what we saw. We didn't see a robbery, so, But it happened. No.
It didn't happen. No robbery.
Okay, I'm sorry. Not a robbery. A gift. I'm sorry, a gift.
Like being gifted to lose a fight and then get elevated when you lose. Yes, a gift.
That was nice. Nice rebuttal, okay? Or you get outlanded and you still win the fight. A gift.
Sometimes Bud get outlanded, but he knocks a person out. I mean, he gave them a gift of a nap. Gifts all around. You been robbed.
Yeah. Player haters, baby. Lay on the ground. But I'm gonna go to bed, y'all. I appreciate you having me on. I gotta get to sleep because I gotta be up in 4 hours. At least let me get 4 hours of sleep so I can function.
All right, Holmes.
All right, my brothers.
All right, peace, man.
What?
I like Brandon Washington. He said, bias fan. That's what he called it. He said, take the off your name.
Yeah, man. I'm in the kitchen, man, cooking up some cooking up.
Some lunch and dinner. So part of my bad audio, I got bad audio, yes. On members only. I'm sorry. Let me see. KP is here. Puto said, he said, I thought he did, and I don't lie. He did, and I don't like that fishnet wearing goofy. You thought he what? You thought he won? Or got robbed? He thought Oscar got robbed? I thought Oscar took his foot off the gas the last couple of rounds, if I'm not mistaken. Didn't his daddy tell him he was winning and he could take the rounds off?
Yeah, I never thought that was champion-like behavior. If somebody tell you that you're winning, it's different than easing up or cruising through it versus completely taking your foot off the gas. Like, you never let somebody win blatant rounds on you just because you can.
Yeah. You still got to move and not get hit then. You know what I'm saying? Like, even
yeah, got to be defensively responsible.
Yeah, when Floyd would take a round off in the 12, sometimes he still wouldn't be getting hit neither, though. It might be a low landing round. It might be like only 10 punches landed, but he landed more. He might have landed the 10, and the other guy might have landed 3 or 4, you know? Maybe 5. He'll make him bored, but he's gonna still win the round, even when he took the round off. Or if you just get the other guy around because Floyd, or as you would say, running. Yeah, man. I can't believe Loma said that in that press conference, and people are still riding where he got robbed. I was like, how you get robbed in a round where he's in the fight? I don't know. And then I forgot to get that Brim. Brim, if you still listening, bro, I saw that video you sent me of somebody trying to keep the punch stats for Tank and Haney and Loma. And when I saw that video in the first round, I cut it off because they only said Haney landed 3 punches to Loma 6 in the first round. And we all know Haney landed more than 3 punches. I was like, man, cut this video off.
Yeah, he sure did, bro. He landed way more than, man, come on. Man, these people crazy, man. I ain't got time before.
3 punches.
And I don't like, you know what? I don't like to use the punch stats because let's say if you dominated guy one round and land 20 punches. Well, at the end of the fight, you landed 20 more punches because you dominated him one round. And let's say if he came back and controlled your output for the rest of the rounds, that changes the numbers. You got to judge it round by round like the judges do. Everybody want to look at the CompuBox numbers and say, oh, he landed 40 more punches. He should have won. Don't work like that, bro.
All of that shit came from the 10th and 11th round.
Yeah.
But they say Haney only landed 3 punches. I'm talking about what I saw with my own eyes. I saw 3 body shots alone.
In the first part of the round. In the first part of the first round, he landed those.
If nothing else, we saw body shots early, and it might have been 3 body shots, might have been a jab, he might have got a little right or left in there. But I'm just saying, I know he landed more than 3 punches because he landed at least 3 body shots.
Bro, I get a very close feeling like that fight for this fight, except that these dudes are more explosive with their hands and they can hurt each other. That's the difference.
Somebody's going to sleep, bro, and it's going to be your boy. This ain't going to be all due respect to Lomachenko. He ain't no Terrence Crawford, and Haney ain't no Spence ain't no Haney. I like Haney, and I like Loma, but they ain't no Spence and Crawford. No.
Put your dog on the track.
You got
put your dog on the track, and you put him in the boat. You put him in that ocean, and that shark about to get a hold of his ass.
Well, you better stop.
When that shark get a hold of his
ain't even
ass.
the apex predator. I keep telling y'all this.
It don't gotta be the apex. It ain't gotta be the apex. It's all we need. Take down that little boy from Nebraska. Matter of fact, they ain't got no water out there anyway. He ain't ready for the swim.
He be fishing.
Yeah, probably in Milwaukee or some shit.
Spence got these grown men out here thinking it's cool to call yourself a fish.
Exactly.
You never hold it up, man.
We about to eat. We about to eat this little bud I got right here.
You about to what?
About to eat this little bud I got. I'll snack on this little bud. Nice little light snack.
Man, this kid is just too good, man. No fat camp.
He's a good fighter.
No injury. He's growing into the weight. Other guy tired of the weight. Y'all, and don't forget the three. And y'all act like this dude super nigga, like three car accidents ain't gonna affect the dude. The dude just had a car accident in December, coming off another injury. That stuff means something, and we're gonna see it come out. We're gonna see it come out.
Unbreakable.
Can't wait.
Unbreakable.
Can't wait. I can't wait. Oh, I'm geek, man.
Ain't Spence Jamaican?
His daddy's Jamaican. Spence is American, man.
Yeah, Jamaican American.
If he's Jamaican,
Jamaican in it.
He's Jamaican, I'm African.
You want block a clock? You want block a clock with me?
American.
Huh?
Spence okay. Do you see why I just dropped
doing no patois? Spence and I ain't never heard Spence talking patois. Get out of here. That dude,
you stupid. You stupid, sir. Get out the chat, sir.
They're talking good English. I mean, they're all slurred like he on that lane.
I mean, all you gotta do is you ain't gotta do no real research. Do simple Google search.
I ain't researching.
That tell you what fish mean if you're Jamaican.
I ain't about to read that, sir. You tripping, man.
Hey, your partners always told you back in the day, you better not let that fag beat you up.
Woo.
Since you're talking shit. They used to say that back in the day, boy. They used to say that back in the day. You know how you find out somebody a punk, and then you find out, oh, you talking that shit to that punk. You better not let that fag beat you up. So when we come over here, matter of fact, I'm gonna just put my all black on. I'm gonna put my black suit on that I wear to funerals Saturday night. Cause somebody getting buried.
Because you going to a funeral.
I'm going to your boy's funeral. Shit, 4 hours away. I'm gonna go right up to Omaha. I'm gonna get ready. Matter of fact, I might as well start producing obituaries.
Yeah.
You got any last words you want to say for it?
Oh no. It's gonna be bro.
I'm gonna tell you what Earl gonna say. He dies.
It's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap.
So you want to take the same thing I'm willing to take? I said I'll wear a EJ shirt if he beat Bud. You want to wear a Bud shirt when Bud knocks out EJ?
We'll have to have it on deck. You're gonna have to have that on deck.
Yeah, we might have to bet that for a t-shirt Hey, they got the t-shirts online already? I ain't checked it out though.
Bud and EJ got their shirts online.
Bud, I think his shit is available. EJ shit on pre-order.
Yeah, his is pre-order.
And you would be a damn fool if you're an Errol Spence fan and you buy the same shirt 3 times. That nigga don't sold y'all that strap.
It's number 4.
You got the first time with the short down to when he was picking up and trying to get the belts, right? The last, this might be 4. Then the next one with Errol knocking on the door. Then he did another one where it's like the eyes, and you can see the eyes looking out. And then I think this is the 4th shirt. Now it's a hand reaching out like they don't shook hands for the fight. Or either you can make it look like he's pulling him, trying to pull him out the door or something like that. But it looked like they shaking hands for the fight. Did y'all see did you see the shirt?
Yeah, I seen it. It looked like they're shaking hands for the fight.
Yeah. I don't want to see that. All that soft shit.
I seen it. It's a deal. So your man's fate is sealed. Body after body.
You went soft with the merge though, and it ain't creative, bro. Y'all don't did the same thing already. 4 times.
4 times. That's why you call it number 4.
Y'all niggas getting taken advantage of, man.
Well, at least it's cheaper this time. It was way higher the last time.
$80 on it.
Yeah.
ESJ Truth. Let me go to this thing. ESJ. Yeah, 4.0. This nigga don't got y'all with this same shirt 4 times. We share the screen. 4 times. 4 times, dog. 4 times. Same shirt. Just tweak it up a little bit. Boy, this Texas nigga know how to hustle, boy. I ain't mad at him, boy. Get your paper. Get your paper. It's gonna be all for nothing, though. It's gonna be all for nothing. I'm telling you, man, this guy's gonna lose his fight, dog. I think you know it. in that interview talk about, well, I know I ain't the perfect fighter, but man, gotta be more confident in that. I don't see it, man.
We're gonna kill that boy, Mark. So stop that.
Even that interview he did with his girl, he was talking about, about how, he don't want to train, and when he think about all the money, the millions I'm getting, he's like, some people cut off their own leg to do this, so I get on the interview with Ellie. He was talking about how he don't like training. So he got to make himself stay.
Hey, Mark, can you hear this? Tell him, baby. Tell him what they gonna
beat that ass.
Can you hear that?
Say what now?
Tell him what we gonna do to Bud.
Gonna beat that ass.
Gonna eat that ass.
Gonna beat that ass. Shut up, fool. He gonna say, gonna eat that ass.
Now eat niggas' ass. Eat niggas' ass.
Listen to you, boy. You something else, boy. I'm glad this a members only stream.
I wouldn't say it, bro. I wouldn't say no other way.
Yeah, I know.
It's all jokes, no disrespect. Man, that dude
Nah,
got a chance, bro. I mean, I just don't see a path to victory. You saw the
You ain't got to see the path.
Checklist.
We taking the yellow corn. We taking the yellow cornfield road straight through Omaha.
Hey, look, all of that sound good, just like Puto with the crawfish jokes. It sound good. How is he gonna win, you dog?
Wait. What'd you say, Bay? What Bug gonna do to EJ?
He gonna knock him out.
I like that.
Oh, okay.
That's a shit. See them aerosexuals, they be talking all that. Them aerosexuals always bring ass into it.
Man, here you go, boy. Here you go.
But nah, man, I just don't see bro. He just don't do nothing better than this guy. I'm sorry, my brother. And look, I'm glad we didn't fight, and I just don't want no excuses. Even though I don't gave him plenty of excuses why he gonna lose. The weight drain, the car accident, the eye injury, footwork.
No excuses, bro. You know I don't do the excuses. It's Friday, and you talking this trash. I'm about to go in this kitchen.
I think you just rooting against that because I'm your boy, and you just kind of want to argue and go against me.
I've been a Spence fan, man. Where Derek Lincoln been at, man? He been on a 600-day work schedule or something. I ain't seen my brother in a while.
Who?
Derek Lincoln, man. He was one of the first members.
Mm-hmm. Who been at work?
Yeah, Derek Lincoln working like they got Derek Lincoln work. He must have changed his last name to Marquez or something. Damn.
Right. I know he's a supervisor, man. He a boss. He was a boss.
Oh, okay. He a boss.
Yeah. So
Let me go ahead and make me one of these. I'm off of work Friday drinks. Huh?
I can't believe he ain't pulled up yet. I know during the day he working, and he got to get up early, so at night he be asleep. But
yeah, he excited too. He excited like we is. You know, this how you know you're a real fight fan when you.
Why you say that? What you mean? You broke up, man. He said something. This how you know you're a real fight fan. What happened? Hold on, man. Did my stuff click off? Y'all still here, or did I?
No, I'm here.
Okay. My man, he said, I never really heard Ryan speak Spanish. He's still Mexican, Mark. Come on, bro. No, he's American, bro. Ryan Garcia is an American, ain't he? When he born in LA? He American. Something happened to him overseas. America coming to get him, not Mexico. Am I lying, sir, saying?
No, you right.
Yeah, he's American. American. Sir, saying you eating lunch too? Oh, man, this is good. Okay, she's ready. We'll start her. All right. See what they're talking about in the chat. Yeah, but whatever he claimed though, man, it's all good. I ain't gonna tell nobody what they are and what they aren't. I'm just talking shit for the internet. Just talking little shit. I don't care what he think he is. But I don't think Mexico coming to look for him, something happened to him. That's just my opinion. In my opinion, it's my opinion. Somebody said, Mark, how many weeks you gonna be on hiatus when EJ sleep, bud? I ain't never heard of that. And I don't run from it, bro. Bro, win, lose, or draw, and I don't see a path for EJ to beat this dude. Unless Bud just go in there and be a totally different person. Like, I'm gonna stop this guy, I'm gonna stop. And even then, EJ ain't got no Deontay Wilder like type punch where even then, like Bud gonna run into a shot and it's just gonna be over with one hitter quitter. EJ ain't no one hitter quitter, dude. He gonna have to beat this dude up all night. And this dude ain't gonna stand there and let you beat him up all night. I don't see it happening.
I just say don't tell Bud he down in the fight, man. Cause then he gonna tear EJ alive. He gonna gut him.
Yeah, man. So I'm saying my wife is so happy this fight is happening. She said, thank God. I'm tired of y'all. Sit hearing you down there arguing that night. I said, man, this is entertainment. She said,
yeah, my wife trying to get me to buy the tickets, man. I mean, I ain't trying to get on no plane.
He said, I ain't trying to get on no plane again.
Nah, you know.
Was your flight that rough? Was it a rough flight? Or
Nah, it supposedly it wasn't that rough. It wasn't that rough. But
he said, according to them, he said, but it was rough for me, huh?
Yeah, man, the first plane, they had to take a part off and replace it right before we took off. I said that was God because I was praying. And then all of a sudden they said, well, we got another delay and we got to take a part off because it's not responding. Because we would have been in the air and the part not respond.
I wonder if that worked, man. I guess they already pressurized the cabin. I'd be like, man, take me off. I don't want to fly with this plane no more. I do not like that.
And they thought it was crazy. It was like just your luck. Your first flight, they had to replace a part. And the crazy thing is, I could see it. I was right there by the wing, so I could look out and look back and and see it. It was like right there, right under me. Yeah, I won't have no parts of that. That was bad, man. It was bad.
Man, one day my anxiety was so bad before a flight, bro, because I don't know how I got on it. I was looking at something about a flight. And then that took me to somebody's story about their flight. Then from that, now I'm on a YouTube wormhole. Now I'm looking at plane crash compilations the night before my flight. Bro, I could not sleep. I was up there this morning, looking at my wife. I was like, I think we need to change our date on flight or something. She was like, what you mean, bro, we going? I was like, and I told her what happened. I was like, yo, I was looking at these crane crashes last night. She was like, man, don't even tell me about that. I don't want to hear none of that. She said, we getting on this plane. Get your scary ass up. She said, I told you stop staying up late on watching that kind of stuff before flight. I was like, oh no, man.
My imagination so vivid, man. It is crazy. Like I see what's going on around me with my eyes closed. So I was like, it's not even helping me closing my eyes. I was like, Lord, help me, Lord, help me. Not like this.
Were you on the inside or the outside of the plane?
You said what now?
Did you have a window seat or were you aisle seat?
No, I was right there on the window. I was actually in the middle. Because my daughter was right beside me, but she's so small, it was like I had the window seat. And she kept trying to look. She was like, I can't see. I said, you ain't gonna see.
Ain't nothing to see.
Go to sleep.
I know that's right. I hate being on a plane, especially like you're trying to relax, man, and people just got this light shining on you. So I was like, I make sure I get that window seat shut. That female beside me, can we? I'm like, nah, man. Nah. I know they be mad too. They be wanting to say something to the flight attendant. Flight attendant can't do shit about it. And he's like, nope. I paid for the window seat, and I want the window closed.
That part.
Plus, I don't want to be having to keep moving with you guys coming in and out the aisle. Can I get up? Can I get by you real quick? Let me get by you real quick. Sorry, too much Dr. Pepper. I'm like, man, sit your ass down.
Yeah, what up? What up? I'm trying to get the ones.
What up? What up? What up?
All right. Talking about some Final Destination shit. I don't know, that movie threw me off, bro. I still don't be taking my tag off. Every time I let them take it off, or they put one over it, my wife be like, man, rip that shit.
That's funny shit.
Right. And the crazy thing, I flew so many times. Bro, I flew I flew to Korea, bro, when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? That was my first long flight. You know what I'm saying? That shit was like 12, 13 hours. That shit was a long flight, bro.
Crazy.
But
anyway, it's like I want to go to Japan so bad, but man, I ain't about to fly that far. And I'm definitely ain't gonna be on no boat that long.
Never heard of that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now I was gonna ask Pudo, what do you think of that first take interview?
It was a cool interview. You know, I didn't there wasn't like super duper controversy, but I mean, I heard everything I wanted to hear from both fighters, you know.
Have you changed your pick?
Nah, man. Air all the way, man. And I like Bud. I'm a Bud fan, but I just gotta go with my extensive boxing knowledge, bro. And if I get it wrong, I get it wrong. Ain't gonna be the first time, ain't gonna be the last time.
So far, how much money have you put on this fight?
Nothing.
Okay. You ain't got no open bets?
Nah, I usually don't bet 50-50 fights, Mark. I usually bet sure things. Unless I just want to, like, you know, kind of like, you know, just have a friendly bet with I bet Dub right side and IB, but I didn't bet him a lot of money. I was just trying to have a friendly bet, you know. I thought Loma and Haney were 50-50s.
Okay, somebody told me to check Devin Haney's Twitter. He said we might be having a Regis fight between Devin Haney and Regis. He said, for the record, I called Eddie about making a Regis fight. He didn't call me. Somebody said not even a week from the last fight, and I got the itch already. He said I need to go on vacation. I laugh a lot on board. He said, I'm thinking about it. Somebody said, yo, Devin Haney, come pull up to the fight in New Orleans in 3 weeks. I got some ringside tickets for you. We're gonna show you that Southern hospitality. That's pro grade. He said, I'm thinking about it. I'm assuming Eddie told you about that little call I just gave him. Okay. So that's how this started. So Devin Haney's talking about fighting Regis Prograis and going to their fight in New Orleans, you know, make himself known, see what the guy looked like, and hopefully they can get in the ring. Y'all think that, man, if Devin take that fight, win, lose, or draw, y'all got to give him credit, right? That ain't no duck, right?
Of course not. I mean, like, he's arguably, top 2 at 140. So, no, how could there be a duck?
Would that be better than fighting Taylor and Tio winning?
Of course. Well, I mean, it depends. I mean, if it depends how you look at it, Mark. I personally would love to see a Devin and Tio fight. That's just because, you know, it's already has like the, you know, it's kind of been built up a little bit already.
Yeah.
Josh Taylor's number 1 over there in that division. Regis Prograis is a great fight. So, I mean, can't go wrong.
Well, I had to step away. Go ahead.
You good, Mark? You good?
My bad, man. I'm in the kitchen. I hear the stove going off.
Yeah, I just got home myself.
Yes, baby. Hey, you put towel? You got hands?
What if he go up and fight Prograis and then come back down, fight another top contender? Would that move him further up the pound for pound list?
Not in my eyes, to be honest. I mean, depending on like who he fought, maybe, you know, if he fought like a tank, you know, for like, you know, a few belts.
So if he beat Prograis and then come down, and I guess everybody asking for the Loma. I ain't, but everybody asking for the Loma rematch, and he beat Loma again.
Ain't no coming back down.
I definitely give him respect though, but I think that's the only fighter he would come down for, because I think Tank would move up to fight him.
If he move up because he can't make the weight, I don't want to see him come back down.
Because Loma ain't going up to 140, man. He's too small. He's too small at 140, 135, to be honest.
Yeah, he blew it. It's over, Loma. You've been robbed. Yeah.
It's like whatever for me. I've never been the biggest of Loma fan anyway, so all good.
So if Devin Haney gives him the rematch and he knocks him out, what do we say about Loma then? Is Loma trash then if Devin Haney knocks him out?
No. I mean, shit, man. I mean, like, I would like. I mean, he definitely have to get a new trainer. I mean, I don't see Devin knocking out Loma without like somebody in the corner to fucking instruct him on something new.
I didn't see having these weird pauses. Let me come back in here. What you say about who gonna knock who out with a new trainer?
No, Sir Senior was saying that like if the rematch happened with between Loma and Devin, and Devin knocked out Loma, would that make Loma trash? And I was just telling him, not in my eyes.
Well, I don't think he deserved no rematch.
I do. That's just me.
Not after that behavior.
What behavior? He cried.
All that I got robbed and discrediting the fight, discrediting the sport.
I thought he got robbed, Mark.
Okay.
You know, but at the end of the day, man, me saying, oh, you know, fucking pouting and stomping my feet, he got robbed. Ain't gonna change shit.
Get that man, congratulate that man. Ask for a rematch. Say, hey, man, I think it was a good fight. I think the fans want to see it again. You know, I believe I won. You got the decision. Let's run it back. But all that was a robbery. No, man, congratulate man on a good fight. You know what I'm saying? And all the petitioning to turn it over. Teddy, what's his name? Fucking
the manager?
No, not him. Teddy Atlas that got out there with the petition, and I think somebody else with the damn Loma IG page trying to get people to come on, man.
Yeah, Teddy's an asshole, but the sport definitely needs some you know, he needs something to happen.
What you want Congress to get into it?
To be perfectly honest, Mark, there's like so many things that's wrong with it. I don't know what like I don't know. I wouldn't know where to begin or who to turn to.
Congress involved in baseball. That shit's still corrupt. Football too, ain't it?
Is it though?
What you mean?
Like I don't know. I mean I've never. I mean what kind of corruption do they got other than like the Deflategate and shit like that, like little minor shit.
Every year, fans say it's some crooked shit going on. Fans say this game was set up. People don't say the NFL was rigged. I just made that up.
When I watched the NFL before the pandemic hit, and I watched it for obviously ever since I was a little kid, I never really heard like games being rigged like that. Basketball back in the day, you know, with like Donahue and shit, but not football.
Yeah, and then we didn't know that till years later after all the shit was over. But yeah, NFL people say they got a problem. Can you look at the disparity to black coaches and black owners? Black folks don't make enough money by a team. No, every time they do, they get froze out. You got to get voted.
It's a good old boys club, Mark. You know.
Oh yeah, but what the Congress at for that?
What happened, brother? I didn't hear the last part.
What the Congress at for that? Ain't no Mexicans rich enough to own no teams.
Congress get their kickbacks, bro. You know, they happy as the status quo keeps going along. You know. And Mexicans, we too small to play football.
Yeah, I just don't think Congress getting involved is gonna do anything good for boxing, bro.
To be honest, I've said it like ever since I go ahead, Mark. My bad.
I'm just saying, politicians are bought off. That breeds corruption. They can't even Some of them got lifetime appointments, or might as well be lifetime appointments. They ain't getting voted out. Some of those dudes been in office since before we was born.
No, that's a fact, Mark. And I remember when and I've been thinking about it for well, I mean, just kind of like in this I don't know, this decade of boxing. I think I think us as the fans, we're helpless to make any tangible change. To be honest, I think it's all on the fighter.
Would it just say I'm not gonna fight?
No, it's just because they're the product, right? Like we pay to watch them fight, right? So
Right.
like to me personally, like obviously we hold the power because like if we don't pay them, they don't make no money. But obviously, like you know, a lot of a lot of people say the illegal streaming or whatever, blah blah blah. That could be an issue. But these guys are still making a lot of money. Like I mean, it's not like back in the days where like I mean, there's still a big discrepancies between the dudes that really make money in this sport and the dudes that really don't. But at the end of the day, it wasn't like before where like you literally had to like grind and before you even fucking crack like a fucking 500,000 and shit.
Mm.
Now you got dudes like Lomachenko making millions of dollars with like fucking what 15 fights.
Yeah,
Motherfucker ain't even popular, Mark.
which is crazy.
Yeah, man. So I mean, I'm telling you, I mean, like these guys have something set up where like they're keeping the fighters happy. So I guess keep the product happy. Everything stays the same. But at the end of the day, I mean, there's a lot of fighters that I think yeah, maybe even like some of these fighters that could be better than like say Errol and Spence. A lot of people have them on their pound for pound that we won't never know because they're not afforded the same opportunity.
Sir, you got anything you want to add to that?
Not really, man. Y'all said it. Y'all said what I feel too, man. I really don't like the government coming in and taking over stuff. Like, is especially when people can get bought off so easily, like you said. Like that's the trash part of it. The purpose of having those appointments and having those seats and everything else is supposed to be so you're not corrupted, not more corrupted. And it just sucks, man, where the abuse of power.
Yeah, I agree. Like it was crazy, Mark. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was saying, just for shits and giggles, I remember, Clemus was saying that, because he believes he's robbed, whatever, blah, blah, he's going to go take it to the farthest he goes. And I remember reading a tweet by this guy named Jake Donovan. I think he's a chief staff writer for Boxing Scene or whatever. And he was actually at one of the commission hearings. And he was asking, is there any investigations going to happen into the Rolly, into Tony Weeks, into the Rolly situation, blah, blah, blah. I forgot exactly what he asked him.
Like, no. Like, no.
Yeah, they didn't even give him an answer, actually. They straight out just didn't give him an answer. And then I started looking like who runs like the Nevada State Athletic Commission, who sits on the board and shit like that. And then and then the first guy, I think he's the chairman of the Nevada State Athletic Commission. I recognized the last name right away. That's because my cousin used to work for this man. He's he owns his name is Martel. He's like one of the major hotel builders in the state. So I'm like, is that a conflict of interest? Like in my head, I'm thinking, I really don't know. I'm kind of ignorant on the situation, but I mean, if this guy's involved with like building hotels and like the money in Vegas, I mean, like should he really be in charge of like running like the state athletic commission? I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy. Go ahead, sir.
Why isn't there some way that we can, as the fans and as the people, be able to like get these people kicked out? And there should be some type of way where you can be voted off or held liable for doing crazy stuff. Like it's just insane to me that you got untapped immunity.
I agree. And unfortunately, like these dudes aren't voted in, they're appointed, and they're appointed by the governor of Nevada, So the corruption goes up, 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 up.
They're not going to appoint anybody who's going to go against them or not do what they want. So it's like, that part is what blows my mind. It's like, and you can't say nothing. They just and they just make the final decision on everything. Oh, well, the wrong person won. Okay, well, we're gonna look into that.
They appoint the judges of all the major championship fights.
Yeah, and they get to pick which judge. So if they want you to lose, they're gonna pick the judge who goes against your fighting style or just you in general. So you're already coming in behind 2 or 3 rounds.
Yeah, that's where that little saying comes from and shit,
Yep, you got to knock them out so keep the judges out of it.
Yeah, man.
And that's the crazy part. It's because what happens when you get to that higher level, or you just have a bad camp or injury or whatever, where you're still good enough to do the fight, but you're not 100%, and you need that little cushion of, okay, well, maybe I won't knock this guy out. Maybe he's just that good, or maybe he can just take a punch, and now I'm in trouble because I'm already down 2 rounds and we in round 1.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man.
Like what happens in Creed and Rocky and all of that, that's for TV. That never happens. They never let some nobody from nowhere come up and beat the champion and keep that title. They always find a way they're going to put your worst style against you the very next fight, or they'll make that person get an immediate rematch, or something crazy. Like they're not past corruption. You'll turn around and you become coming down the street, and all of a sudden now there's some weed in your car. You don't even smoke weed. It's some crack in your tire. How I get crack in my tire, and I done had this car for 20 years. This is the first car I ever bought, and now all of a sudden is crack in the tire.
You said belong to Pablo Escobar. That's why. About used.
Facts. You like, you telling me crap been in this tire for 20 years? Like, well, it's in here. And then then after your fight get canceled, they strip you of the belt, then all of a sudden they find out it was icing from Krispy Kreme.
Right? Because if it was crack and you're really like fucking into crack, you'll find that shit eventually.
Bro, I leave you come back. You talking about crack cocaine? What the hell? What the hell is going on?
Yeah, went a little left.
Now we just talk about the corruption and how they might pay somebody to do something crazy, like hide some fake drugs on you or something, or get you pulled over by a corrupt cop who plant his Krispy Kreme donut sprinkles on your seat or on your tire and call it crack.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. Like people say that the mafia used to control boxing. To me, I think it still does. It's just the mafia that has been replaced by the promoters.
Most definitely.
Or maybe they all still work. Maybe they're just working together. Those guys are figureheads. Like you saw that Canelo fight after the fight. I saw all kinds of people in the ring right there around Canelo. I ain't never seen them before.
Yeah, for sure, bro. You know, especially a fight of that magnitude hasn't been in Mexico in like 20 years and shit. You know, everybody coming out the woodwork.
Right there, the niggas mushed him out the way, like, get your bitch ass back. You know you ain't in charge.
They just there to see what spills out the pockets, you know.
That's crazy. All right.
A sport I love and I hate, man. I tell you what.
I don't hate it, man. But
sometimes I do, Mark, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Anytime you talk that big money, man, it's always gonna be somebody corrupt, somebody willing to kill, steal, and destroy to get an extra couple of dollars, man.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Sorry about that.
You good.
That's another reason why I say the boxers need to talk to each other, like back in the day where they would go to each other and make the fight, and they already decided pretty much everything, and then they go to their promoter.
Well, that's the thing though. Like, that's what I was saying. It's all in the boxers, because like, especially with like social, or like these platforms like StreamYard and shit, and like how Mark always says, like when he does his roll call, and he shouts out like Stephen Bateman. He's like, "Oh, mom, I made it. You know, I'm in Australia." Like the boxers could use platforms like these to like literally promote their own fights, like literally broadcast their own fights. Back in the days, this didn't exist. You needed a promoter. You needed a network to like literally, have somewhere to fight on.
Oh, cool. I didn't even think you listened that much. I always thought you missed those parts.
Well, you always say my name, bro. So I was like, all right, yeah, you better.
I'll fast forward just to see if you say my name. You want somebody mad at me, bro, or vice versa, I'll still shout them out. No, I ain't petty like that. Still shout them out. But yeah. But look, I do that too to let people know, like, man, this shit is global, bro. This ain't just people right here in Cali or Texas or Atlanta, North Carolina, whatever. Like, man, there's people watching from all over the world, bro. Canada, UK, Australia, like Mexico.
Yeah.
Place, man.
Indonesia's my number one market.
Really?
Uh-huh. That's what's well, the last time I went viral with my one video that they took down. Yeah, Indonesia was number one, then Kazakhstan, and then Russia, and then United States.
That's dope. You look at mine be changing. I get a lot of California. I mean, a lot of Canada. But I do get, I'm gonna lie, when I did that Martin the Sale, Gary Russell video, a lot of Filipino support.
Do you know a guy by the name of Skywalker Boxing, Mark?
Yeah, I've seen Skywalker. I don't know him. Like, he don't be on my show, but I know him. They call him Skywalker because he be like up in the sky, like cleaning windows or some shit, right? Or don't he work up in the air? Yeah.
Yeah, he was doing the live like the live call for the Casemiro fight. This motherfucker had like 80,000 motherfuckers viewing his channel.
Yo, I shared it. And you know what he should have did? And I ain't gonna say if he was smart. I hate when people say if he was smart. I would say if he know what I know, he would have turned that damn chat to you gotta subscribe. You know what I'm saying? You gotta subscribe. You could have put it on no minutes. Just click subscribe real quick, and then you can type. Man, he would have got some numbers that night.
I hear you. I just crazy, like it's like I thought Skywalker was small, was like not that big of a channel, but damn, man, motherfuckers came out for that one.
It's a big fight for them out there. Filipinos, they was looking for it and they support it.
Yeah, I paid for it.
Yeah, it wasn't that much. Like $5.
Yeah, it was like $5 a fight. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I like Casemiro. He's all right.
Yeah, I like him. I bought it just to support Rachel and Donito now for doing the commentary. Because I remember they called me and told me they was going to be doing it. And she was like, man, I'm nervous, man. I was like, man, you got it, man. Y'all going to be all right. I said, plus y'all ain't going to be alone. Y'all going to have somebody there. But when you watched it, man, I thought they did a damn good job.
Only reason I bought it is I saw Skywalker go live and he was like the only guy on his panel and shit, it was just by himself. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna join up. And then I was like, fuck it, I'll watch the fight with you. And then I hate watching the through StreamYard and shit, so I just ended up buying it, watching it on the side.
I had sent him a link. Oh, I had put his link on the community tab.
I saw it actually. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Share it, support him. Absolutely. Watch out, baby. Put this in the oven. Hot. Man, this is gonna be good. I got some baked chicken, some mac. It's gonna be good, man.
I got my flight for this fight, Mark. I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to go.
Man, I ain't mad at you. It's expensive, man.
Yeah, I just spent $1,000 for the Haney and Lomachenko and shit, bro. So I'm like, fuck it. I'll probably just watch it at the house.
Right, and that was a robbery, right? Like that gotta suck.
No. I mean, like I thought it was a robbery just because, like, I thought it was a close fight. Like, it could have went either way. I just like the Moretti giving the guy a round that, like, I thought clearly was a Loma round, and then none of these judges like to see that, like fuck it. I don't know. Maybe I'm going a little too far with robbery. I just thought Lomachenko won clear, but I mean, I wasn't like disappointed or anything. I thought it was a good fight.
Almost doesn't count. Almost had it, Loma. You almost.
What?
Almost won. He was close.
Yeah, almost won.
Almost don't count, baby.
It's all good, man. Devin did get exposed, like I saw in the. Well, I didn't think he got exposed, bro. Actually, fucking the fight went kind of like the way I thought it was gonna go.
If anybody got exposed, it was Lomachenko. Lomachenko got exposed. He did not go in there and do no Matrix shit in there. He did not go in there and make that man quit on the stool. That man supposed to be pillow fisted. That man supposed to have no punching power, no chin, no experience at this level.
And it showed, Mark. And what I say about the combination punching, bro? What Devin do? What Devin do?
What you mean it showed? That man is still the champion. He won that fight.
No, I'm not saying that he's not in it, and obviously he did. But I'm just saying, like literally, like a lot of people that everybody was booing, right? A lot of people have changed their tune, whatever. I saw it again, blah blah blah.
He got booed his whole career.
But a lot of people thought Lomachenko did enough. All I'm saying is that, like literally, like the like I don't know if you remember my prediction or whatever. I said like Devin, to give himself the best chance to win and to leave no doubt, he would have to fight like he used to, fucking throwing combination, all that shit. What did he do? Throw one at a time. He like literally was telling Bill like Loma knows what I'm gonna do before I do it.
But you was wrong because he still won the fight.
No, yeah, I got that part wrong, but I'm just saying like literally like in my eyes, I thought he lost. And like literally, like, who do you think, Tank or Devin, after this performance?
I think you asked me that before. I said, I might edge Devin because he's fought the better competition now, and you take something from that experience, good, bad, or indifferent, and I think that experience it helps him. Not to mention a younger Devin made a Tank Davis stop. People keep forgetting that Tank didn't break his jaw, couldn't knock him out under damn doghouse rules where it ain't no, ain't no rep. We just fight to the end, bro. Since one of us say no mas. Devin made that nigga say no mas. Never forget that. That happened.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that did happen.
That was and that was Devin before he became a champion, before he became undisputed, before he defended it, before he fought Lomachenko. That boy beat him. I think he'll beat him now. I think he's smart. And I don't think he's scared of Tank like all these other guys. He's not scared of Tank because I made Tank quit.
But that's sparring, though.
This ain't sparring like no. This ain't sparring how what you think is sparring is. This is a fight. Those doghouse rules are fights, bro.
Yeah, you go out there with a broken jaw, nose, and everything.
It ain't switching nobody out every 3 rounds or every 4 rounds.
No, I hear you, but the thing is, like I got doghouse rules, so I get it. But the thing is like in a fight, it's structured. It ain't like sometimes the doghouse rule sparring matches they get out of control. That shit ain't gonna happen in a fight.
Also, what happens in the fight? Also, what happens is that mental edge. Never forget that mental edge. I've been here before. You haven't. I beat you before, and I made you quit. What they did the first time with Devin. And bro, that means that's why they call it doghouse rules. Like, and who got that dog in him? Who's the bigger dog? Bro, that's a mental edge, bro. Not to mention Devin's bigger now. He's fast. Mm-hmm. He's still fast. He's strong. He's confident at an all-time high. And he got experience of fighting one of the best at Southpaw in that division and in that area. I mean, Tank got that one hitter quitter, but you got to land that shit. And Tank depends on people rushing him and blitzing him to get that shit off. And I just don't think Devin gonna rush him and blitz him to get it off. But Devin got enough to keep him honest where he ain't gonna be trying to blitz Devin either. I just think you couldn't stop him when he was a kid, bro. He a grown ass man now. I just think, is that making sense?
No, I mean it makes sense. I've heard those arguments before. For different fighters.
Versus Tank is older now too,
and wiser.
Yeah, so Tank got some more experience on him too, but he ain't never fought no Lomachenko.
No, he hasn't.
That experience means something, bro, to that kid.
It does. No, like you've heard me before, Mark. Like the experience, I hold experience like I hold a lot of weight with experience.
Hey, Pearl, you think that Tank beats Loma?
Yes. I just think Tank got all the tools, Sir Senior. I think he can box, he can punch, he can move. He's very smart. Um, I just think he's got it all. I mean, like he just needs. I don't know, man. I mean, like at the end of the day, some people are like, okay, he doesn't really care about going after the big dudes. On the 30 seconds a game or 50 seconds a game. I forget the Wallows or I forgot the dude's name. Show. He's like he never asked. I'm sorry.
$1 million worth of game.
$1 million worth of game. Thank you, Mark. He said he never asked for those fights and shit like that. Some people like me think it's just like they're following like like every other blueprint that they've done with any other fighter that before Tank came. It's just like moving him along slowly but surely. But he still hasn't had that. These guys haven't fought each other. But at the end of the day, man, it could be my bias because I am a Tank fan. But yeah, man, I think Tank is the goods, man. You put him in with anybody, he tears them up.
So you think Tank beats Shakur?
Yes, sir. I think Shakur's the weak link of the bunch. I think he's actually low-key hype job.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm just not convinced. That hype job seems kind of strong. I'm just not convinced because I think they put him in with styles that favor him. I don't think he's been in with a style like he's never been with a guy that knows how to box. He's always usually in with a smaller dude that has a track record of like being outboxed in the past. It's like Oscar Valdez. Like I thought Oscar Valdez was going to win that just on sheer experience. This guy has like fucking 8 title defenses, power in both hands. But at the end of the day, if you see the fights where Valdez struggled the most, he was outboxed and fairly easily. So I can see, okay, Shakur can box. All right, that's how that fight happened. But I think Devin, the only thing, like I've seen Devin at his full capability, just not against the best. I think before he got clipped by Linares, that was the best Devin Haney. And to me, that Devin Haney is probably the best pure boxer in those divisions, if that makes any sense to you.
Yeah, I feel you. I just got the numbers different. I got Shakur at the top. I think that because he has the power, he has the ring generalship, and the fact that you really can't hit him. Like, you really just can't get no good, clean shots off of Shakur. So I think that just because you can't really hit him, that is going to make him be able to do what he wants to do quicker or better than you can do what you want to do. And I think that saves him in a fight with a big puncher. I think that saves him in a fight with somebody who wants to box. He can outbox them because that jab hitting you, that body work hitting you, that changes your speed, it changes your mindset. When even if it's not hurting you or even taking that breath out of you, it's still frustrating you. And like, even for me, like, and I'm fat and out of shape right now. Most people can't beat me because I'm short. And also the fact that I use that to my advantage. I let your ego get real big, but you don't really get any clean shots on me. So because of that, it frustrates you. It's like, why I can't hit him how I want to? He's right here. Why I can't hit him how I want to? Oh, well, he keeps hitting me in the stomach. He's keep tapping me. He keep tapping me. Every time he's tapping me. I'm sick of him tapping me. Stop touching me. And, when you get mad and you start flipping out, that's when I hit you with something strong. And, that's what saves the person, is that mindset, that understanding of, okay, well, I'm going to just tap him. If I can't hit him as hard as I want to, I'm going to just tap him. And I'm going to catch him every time they're coming in with a tap. Those taps start to ache. And the round after round after round, minute after minute after minute, second after second after second, that's what wears them down. And somebody who likes to take rounds off or try to get lazy with it, like Tank do, I think that's a bad matchup for him with Shakur. Now, if he comes in blazing hot up front, he got a better chance. But again, with all that power, you got to be able to hit him. And Shakur is not going to be dumb enough to run in on Tank and let him catch him on the back foot with an uppercut or a check hook to the body or something like that, where, because that's Bud's bread and butter. is he hit you with the check hook on the back foot. So he knows that type of fighter, and he fights that type of fighter on a regular basis. Shakur is not going to fall for that. And I think that's if Devin gets beat by him, that's where he's going to get beat, is where he's going to hit him with that check hook or uppercut. And that's what's going to, wake Devin up and possibly put him to sleep.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I mean, shit. Time will tell, bro. But yeah, no, you make some good points.
And they got to stay hungry too, man. That's the biggest thing too. It's like these guys have all this talent, and then they be like, okay, well, I got money, so I'm not hungry no more. No, you gotta act like you ain't got no money, like you sleeping on your cousin's couch. Like that gotta be your still. It's hard to get out of that plush bed with the, what I'm saying, with that Egyptian silk or that Egyptian cotton. Yeah. Like it's hard to get out of that bed 5 a.m, jogging and yawning. So
I hear you. I mean, like Shakur is like one of the main ones that did that. I mean, like literally, like he could have been he should have been fighting Dev instead of Lomachenko, to be honest.
Yeah.
But he wanted to fucking eat whatever he wanted. Like Mark picked up on that too on one of the shows that he did a while back. He was saying like before the Conceição fight, oh yeah, I'm training, but damn, I'm with family, I'm eating fucking all this food and all this shit. Yeah, that's why he came in overweight, lost your belts.
Yeah, and that's something that I look at as with Dev versus Shakur and Gervonta Davis is you don't see Dev with that same mentality of, well, I'm gonna eat whatever I want and whatever.
Yeah, no, that's what I always respected about Dev. He's like the consummate professional. Like I don't think he's ever. I mean, except for unless Lomachenko was capping, in the little video that I saw, Dev is never ever like not even rumors of him like ever even close to missing weight.
Yeah, and that's just good business. Is that shows that you're already focused and ready for the fight. And then especially when Shakur said he didn't even try because he was already peeing peach. And by the time you peeing peach, it's over for you past dehydration. You almost need to go to the hospital. So
and when Shakur I'm sorry, go ahead.
For him to have to pee peach that all the way on weigh-in day, man, you was fat.
Well, I remember before that fight, he did that interview and he was like, "Oh, for this guy right here, I don't have to do no 8 and 12 week camp and all that stuff. I can do a 6-week camp for this guy." And then he missed weight. You get what I'm saying?
I just mentioned that to Senior right now, Mark.
We were talking about you get big headed and you think, all right, you're comfortable. You get the Roy Jones.
Oh, better yet, let me hit the Kenny Porter for him.
I mean, when the guys get to certain levels, they believe they know what they're doing, and they don't necessarily take all the information. So, this is where we at with it, and I had to make that decision.
Yo, speaking of missing weight, what's up with Laura and Woods? Laura missed weight by 3 pounds. What? Okay, they said they do a check-in weight, and they said he wasn't on track with the check-in weight. And they said physically we can't let you go into the ring with losing that much weight this quick. So he can't go in less than 128.5, which means he's not gonna make the weight.
Yep.
And he's gonna be stripped.
Yeah. He knew since Wednesday that he was gonna get stripped. Here's what it is. They got weird rules in England, but those are the rules. So here's what it is, man.
Wow. So he thought he was just gonna be able to shed the last pounds the last couple of days, Thursday and Friday.
I mean, the thing is, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mark.
I'm just confused. Like the WBA, this check-in weight, they do that. They just do that in. I've never seen somebody get stripped from their title for this.
But this is the thing: it had nothing to do with the WBA. This is all the English Commission.
Did his camp not know? Did his people not know this before that?
I think they.
I think they had to know it, but I just understand that over there in England, that's one big thing they're big on, is because if they let you go in there and where you just suck down and wait the last couple of days and you get hurt real bad, it's on them. They feel like they're liable. So they make sure that you can't do that.
There's a thing too, Mark. Like, I think Lara was struggling weight the first time that they fought for the title. You know, he ended up making weight and everything like that. But the thing is, this is the thing with and this is, I'm just kind of like spitballing here. You know, obviously I don't know the true like nature of the deal, but like this fight when he beat him the first time, it came with a rehydration clause. He probably signed this shit not knowing if he could even make the weight for the rematch if he won the fight.
Interesting.
Yeah, because this was a rematch clause. This was a rematch room clause. You know, Eddie Hearn special and shit.
And what's up with Hannah Gabriel?
Some bullshit. I call bullshit on these fucking tests, bro.
Mother, why you gotta call bullshit? What happened? Why you think this bullshit?
Because Mark, bro, like literally, it's these fighters that you never ever hear that they have even a they don't even have like a rumor of them like messing with these type of fucking PEDs, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they pop once and then they never pop again.
Oh, because you mess up sometimes.
No, I get that, bro, but like literally, like 10 people in the last 50 years.
What you mean 10 people in the last 50 years?
I think I might be exaggerating, but I'm pretty sure that in the last 50 years, there's not a lot of fighters that have popped dirty for PEDs. And if they did, it was once.
I'm losing your point, brother. Like if you got caught, sometimes you get caught and learn your lesson. You don't do it no more. That don't mean you didn't do it.
All right. I just don't buy it, Mark. I know
some guys, bro. I know some guys been in jail one time their whole life and they never went back again. I don't know. And I ain't talking about prison. I'm talking about like 1 day in jail. That was enough.
I mean, I don't know. I just don't buy it, bro. Especially the way the drug testing and who developed and who like runs who is still allowed to make money in the sport involved in that realm of the sport. You get what I'm saying? Victor Conte and Memo Heredia. I don't even know how they're still in the sport.
Somebody said Lou DeBella said it was her dog. So what did she pop dirty for?
Cloma something or other. Cloma some. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, it is a dang, what they call it. It's one of those medicines you give to a dog.
I'll be right back.
But it's still on the ban list.
But my mic is muted. Y'all didn't hear me? I was like, what is it given to dogs for? Like, is it for to make them fertile? Like, what kind of drug is this for dogs?
I don't remember. I know when I typed in the name of it, the vet thing came up. So I was like, oh, so it's like something for a dog or whatever. But I don't know. I can look it up and see.
Yeah, I want to know what she was taking and like how does it help you? I ain't calling bullshit on these test pills though. Somebody pop dirty, they pop dirty. Especially when you get some guys, they never pop. Some guys never pop, not even once. Terrence ain't never pop. Bud ain't never pop. I don't think Pacquiao never popped. Who else? We can name them. Could name a list, man. Wilder never popped. Usyk never popped. AJ never popped. Kovalev didn't pop dirty neither, did he? I'm trying to think of guys that are considered punchers. Who never pop. It's a list of people that never pop. Clarissa Shields never popped. Why is it so hard to believe some people might take something to get an edge? I know you already said, I believe everybody's on something, but Why is it so hard to believe that people just trying to get a competitive edge? I don't think that Tez bullshit. The motherfuckers took that shit, bro. I trust signs more than I trust these fighters. Fighters lie all the time, man. Talking about I won the fight on Saturday. You've been robbed. You win nothing. KP from KC5 said Hannah Gabriel's on that ish. I believe you, KP. I believe it, dog. She's like, I'm gonna win this time. And I wouldn't fight her no more if I was Clarissa Shields. That's a rat. You lost that, shorty.
Yo, she does look way more. She's been looking way more muscular. I ain't gonna hold you. I was like, she
lost
the thickened body for the man body.
Yo, I would not fight her, bro, if I was Clarissa Shields. As if she don't pop dirty. Like, it ain't no coming back to the table. Like, okay, well, she been suspended for 6 months, fight her now. Fuck that. You lost it. When you crossed me, you lost me, dog. Ain't no coming back.
Probably just get better at hiding it.
That's what's going to happen, bro.
Or something.
I wouldn't give her no chance. Just how they did that girl from Franchon Cruz. You know, she ain't fought since. Her suspension been up. But Franchon said it's like an unspoken thing. All of us girls just said we ain't fighting you. You taking that shit. On that, ooh-wee. I had to. Well, all right, man. I'm about to let it hang up real quick, man. Relax a little bit, and I'll probably see y'all. What's today? Friday. So yeah, I'll see y'all tonight. What we talking about tonight? Anybody? What we talking about tonight? We'll figure it out. I think Puto trying to find that drug she was on.
Yeah, I'm looking up right now.
Or either he doing his own drugs. Sniff, sniff. I'm fucking with you. Nick Rich said, true, dirty fighters find better ways to hide it. Absolutely. I would not give her a shot no more. I already beat you once. I was trying to fight you again for the rematch because that was the only person that ever dropped me if I was Clarissa Shields. But after that, I don't owe you nothing. You messed up this whole event, shorty.
Well, it's only given in drops, or either it's mostly given in tablets, though.
What is it supposed to do for the dog? What do you give it to the dog for? Worms? Fertility? Like, what does it do for the dog?
They actually say it's mostly used in dog fighting.
Oh, shit.
It's a multivitamin supplement. And they usually is known for being used in dog fighting.
Hell no. Get your rabies having ass the fuck up out of here, man. Ain't nobody who want to fight. Get your rabies ass up out of here. Ain't nobody fighting you with your Michael Vick drugs. This bitch had the Michael Vick pack. Nigga. This bitch out here taking the Mike Vick 7.
Antibiotic steroid, which is usually given to dogs or maybe even used to enhance performance in racehorses.
Oh man, look at her Clydesdale ass. If you don't get your Sea Biscuit wannabe ass up out of here, we are not fighting you. I'm sorry, man.
Crazy.
Never hoid up, girl. Get your ass out of here. She got that Mike Vick up in her, and she got some Sea Biscuit. Okay. Boy, they doing whatever they can to beat the GWOAT, man. Triple GWOAT.
Hey.
Where Gabriel's from? Where you from again?
Let me see.
Let me see. Where the hell is Hannah Gabriel's from?
Atlanta.
She from Atlanta?
No, I'm just talking shit.
Oh, that shit don't bother me, man. Y'all keep forgetting I ain't from here. I just live here, bro.
I know. That's what I was thinking in my head. I'm like, fuck, Mark ain't from there.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, that shit don't bother me. Got you. Got you, bitch.
Yeah, she's from Costa Rica.
Yeah, somebody said she wanted to be a rabbit dog. Sit, Fido.
Yo,
yeah, she's
crazy.
40. She's 40 years old with her fine ass. I don't give a damn.
Yo, that's crazy. She said, I'm gonna take this dog steroid. I'm gonna bring the dog out in me for real.
Cause she already know Clarissa Shields was gonna beat the damn pinto rice out of her ass. What's that? She gonna beat the frijoles out of her ass. That's what they eat over there. Fried pork with red beans, frijoles, and some rondon. Gonna beat all of that. Gonna beat the casada out of her ass. All that extra cheating shit. I do not respect that, man. Get your ass out of here with that cheating. That's one thing I am glad about this fight too. Neither one of these guys, Spence and Crawford, have that stigma or that reputation of being dirty fighters, as far as PEDs and stuff. Now, Spence will get his dick shots off. Pause. He definitely gonna aim for them nuts.
He definitely.
Yeah, trying to turn into the junkyard dog. Girl, if you don't get your Mike Vick 7, got them Mike Vick 7s. Yeah. Well, I ain't playing, bro. Fuck that. Clydesdale, Seabiscuit. What's another famous racehorse? Bitch thought she was going to the Kentucky Derby. This a get her? No. I do not respect that in this sport that's so dangerous already. I do not respect that, dog.
Yo, and that, if you look at when you look the drug up, for her to have it in her system, she got fighting dogs then. If she said it's an accident, the only way that's an accident is she got fighting dogs.
All right.
Like, she definitely Michael Vick. And some.
She got, what's this called? Close to ball. Apparently, it was an ingredient in the medication used on her dog's surgically repaired abdomen. Why are you taking it? Why is it in your system? Because you touched it? Hell no, you did more than touched it, dog.
Yes, because it only so you can get in the ointment and the drops, but it's mostly given to them as a chew.
And for athletes, you know what it do? It mimics muscle building properties of testosterone without the estrogen buildup that counteracts with it. Doping. She's a doper, dog.
Mm-hmm.
It mimics muscle building properties of testosterone without the estrogen buildup. Checkmate. Yeah, she did this shit. I can see it now. Now look, it ain't like she popped dirty. Girl, you got too much Pepto-Bismol in your stomach. Nah. Oh, damn, there's a lot of Gatorade in here. No. This stuff right here for athletes, this mimics muscle building properties of testosterone without the estrogen buildup that counteracts with them. So she want to boost her testosterone without the estrogen buildup. Yeah, man. It's a steroid.
Yeah.
Ruins her legacy. Everything she's done. Question mark beside it now. Sorry, and I used to like Hannah Gabriel's, but she ruined her legacy with this shit right here, trying to get an edge. Ruined your legacy, man. Ruined your legacy. How long is she suspended for?
She said she was applying it to the dog, because if you just put it in Google, you'll see it only comes in an ointment, and that's a 2-ounce bottle. It's mostly in chews, and then you could get the droplets.
I wonder why her the people who was always hyping her up ain't out here saying something about it. Oh, goes against the narrative, huh? Cheating ass. I do not respect that. She just ruined her whole legacy right here, bro. I wonder if that's when she knocked that girl out that last fight in 2 rounds. Mate, was that why?
You never know, man.
Whatever. Fuck her. Somebody say, damn, new low. Dog doping pills. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get that Mike Vick, nigga. Get your ass up out of here. Your Labrador Retriever looking ass up out of here. We do not respect that shit, man. That cheating shit. That is not cool, bro.
Yo,
and they're trying to cheat our American star. three-time undisputed, two-time gold medalist, the GWOAT Clarissa Shields. Man, if Clarissa Shields was a dude, bro, she would be super huge, bro. Like 2 gold medalist, 3 division undisputed, man. That's crazy, bro. Hey, look, and at the height of your career, stop boxing, go do MMA, win 1, lose 1, come back to boxing, get another undisputed. Like, who does that? That girl is incredible, bro.
Yeah, she's like that.
And we ain't gonna see no shit like that probably no time again soon in our lifetime. That's hard to do. That's hard to do. You can live 2 lifetimes and might see that happen again. In the 4-belt area, 3-time undisputed. Come on, bro.
That's why I've always been on Clarissa Shields, man. People used to ask me, man, why you like Clarissa Shields? Why you keep bringing her up? Because she's special. She's different.
She's special because most of these dudes only see knockouts. Well, she don't got no many knockouts. Man, she going there and dog these girls, man. Now she's somebody I think if they had longer rounds, she would get more knockouts. But also, she smother her work sometimes too. Sometimes she get on her Sean Porter shit. She be on her Sean Porter shit, trying to bully. But look, let me let y'all go, man. Everybody get some rest. Enjoy your family. And, we're going to turn up again tonight. We're going to have a good time, all right?
All right.
All right, God bless y'all. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to all the neighbors. You got much flavor. And this is how we do it. I'll see you on the next one. Shemaine Martinez breaking beats. Peace.
This that squad sound.
All right, man. Peace. I'll see y'all in a few hours, all right? Good night. Well, good afternoon. Peace.